I don't even know. I got new shoes this week.
Whoa, those are fancy. You could really just kick someone real hard with them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Could kick somebody in the nuts.
God, you like wearing steel toes?
I mean, I do it all the time for work, so I don't mind it.
You don't mind? I don't actually mind either. I just hear most people say they fucking hate it, and they just
they're pussies.
They say we need steel toes for work, but we actually don't. So I had a nice pair of work shoes that are just
dude.
all
What
nice
if you miss flipping a patty and it just
the patty sinks into my shoe and melts my foot off? Yeah.
Yeah, the alien blood.
When I had my steel toe, I just walk into the freezer and just kick shit repeatedly with my steel toe boots, and it doesn't hurt. So
Brayden kicks something he forgot he had
when Brayden needs a mental health moment, aka going in the freezer and throwing a hiss.
No, dude.
I'm not
looking burgers and potatoes.
Hand on God, I swear to gosh, okay? When I get really stressed out, I will go into the freezer and just punch a bag or a box of something, and just that helps me relieve so much stress. And you can also scream in there. Yeah, I do. Because half the time it's like a Matt Murdock moment. I walk in there, I'm like, I just start punching.
You're beating the shit out of a bag of chicken. And you're like, I beat you.
That's literally what it is.
They play, I wanna break free, I wanna, or whatever.
They play.
Yeah, they beating the chicken.
I was beating my meat. That's all I'll say.
That's where the term comes from.
That's all. We're the All Things Idiot Podcast. Yeah.
Welcome to the All Things Jelking Podcast, everybody. My name is Tyler, also known as Bionic Aside. Joined by the man whose name starts with a B.
Braden Orbenzolian.
Man whose name starts with an A.
Aiden or Kieran. I don't know.
His name starts with a T.
Brayden or Renzolian.
Yeah. We got a juicy week
we got a juicy one, ladies and gentlemen.
We got juice.
That's a spicy one.
I'm in a great mood. I just want to say that first and foremost.
Me too.
We got a juicy effing goose this week, you guys.
Yeah, the goose is juiced. That's for certain.
Oh my god,
the goose is getting juiced.
Brayden just covering a goose in Vaseline.
Consider that goose juice.
Just wringing them out.
It's a Midwestern. It's the Midwestern tradition.
Yeah.
Oh, for a minute, I thought the color Brayden's cap was a softball or baseball.
Are we doing show and tell?
I thought you had a fucking dentures on top of that.
I got some show and tell.
Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff to show and tell.
I got some as well.
Who's got the least? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
fucking
10,
as bad
11,
as
12,
Lay.
13, 14, 15.
Shut the fuck up.
A lot of them are just one thing.
Okay.
Well, he showed his Reeboks first. All right, so that's one.
Yeah, you should have waited till the show and tell for that shit.
Whoa!
Hey guys, I got new tooth this week. That's shit Lay would pull. He's like, I got a fucking new toothbrush. I'm fucking showing it off here.
It's the fucking 2005 Tahoe mask
toothbrush.
No, it would be a Dalek ass, disgusting Matt Smith ass fucking toothbrush that doesn't look anything like him.
Crusty, the batteries are eroding, Dalek toothbrush that goes exterminate.
It shoots fucking acid out every time I turn it on. Fucking so cool.
It's an exterminate as he's brushing his teeth.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What do you guys got this week? Let's see. Show the boys what you got. Somebody.
I got 2 beers and a pack of cigarettes.
What are you, my dad?
Got a pickup truck full of dandelions.
Yeah, I got a whole pickup truck.
Hey, you go first. I'll go after you, okay?
Okay. All right, I got one thing. I got a new figure this week. Wasn't expecting to get this so soon, but I'm happy I did. I took a little wander around Target. Just I do. I look like I'm lost most times. Until I get to the toy aisle, and I found a fucking stack of like 4 or 5 of them. I'll send the picture again of this figure, and that being the No Way Home.
Hey, yo.
Electro Marvel Legends. So first off, right, this guy was going for $40 at Target. I didn't have to pay $40. Thankfully, I had like rewards, so it bumped it down to 35, like it is retail. But that's still too expensive. This figure is tons of fun. It has a great sculpt, and there's the new lightning effects that came with like Francis Fry Electro. I say Electro. Francine, not Francis. Sorry.
Francis Fry Electro.
By the way, I haven't seen
Electra
that Francine
would be a cute
figure
name for
anywhere.
her if it wasn't
No, I haven't
taken.
seen her either. I want to get her. I haven't seen her.
too.
Yeah, I don't know why, but these new effect pieces are awesome. So much fun. Put it with any Electro figure, you're golden. This guy's great. He's basically what he needs to be. The sculpting on him is fantastic. Now, you'll see like the wiring, it works pretty interesting around his whole sculpt. The two on the front here, they're not glued in, but they pop out sometimes when you pose them. And he does have not only the diaphragm joint, but he also has like a barbell between right in the middle here as well. His belt is actually a little bit high, but you get some twist and poses. That's what I was talking about with the them coming out when you twist them
I
around.
think all of them do that, actually.
All of them, yeah. Even on the arms and everything, but it's fine. I just like to get the one.
Well, it's like, are you going to glue them and restrict their articulation?
Yeah, I'm not even going to do that.
It's not accurate. It's a weird
Yeah,
zone.
but really fun figure. Desperately wanted this guy for a long time. Can't believe we waited like 4 freaking years now for getting a figure of this guy. The star looks great sculpt. Even what you can see Jimmy Fox's head, because I don't know, there's licensing issues with that. I would have to guess, but I don't know how Hot Toys got through that unscathed. But interesting.
Paid
but I
more
wish
money.
we had that.
That's
But
the theory that they just didn't want to pay for the license.
Probably.
Probably.
They probably. Well, look at how they did, like with Lena for the Spider-Man 2, when it's clearly No Way Home. And
Yes,
then they had to reuse the TASM 2 license, which that was like, well, it was so weird. But yeah, this guy's tons of fun. Open hands are great. Comes with fist to hands. But yeah, he definitely has a presence to the villain shelf now. And I'm excited to round out these multiversal menaces once Lizard hopefully doesn't arrive by August, like pre-order on Amazon still says, because that's ridiculous. But I'm so weird we got this guy, and he was revealed like a month after Blizzard, and we haven't gotten him yet. But yes, great figure, tons of fun, looks great with the other guys. Highly recommend, but not for full retail. He'll probably be on sale soon.
I got him on pre-order. Whatever. I already missed out on Ock and Goblin, so I'm just gonna get him at retail.
I think you can still get Ock for a decent price.
I
I need to get a
Gobby's
new Ock.
expensive.
I lost one of his grippers. I need to get a new Ock.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
I lost my Tom Holland masthead. I gotta open my sealed one now because I lost the masthead on the third swing. Yeah, it's I'm just losing shit lately. I'm moving the least I've ever moved in the last 5 years, and I'm losing the most stuff. I don't know what's happening.
Oh,
You have
I
another
hate
thing,
that,
Aiden, or is
man.
that it?
What's that?
Do you have another item that you've got?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, sorry. I got people talking downstairs too, so I couldn't even hear it anyway. We turned my volume. No, that's all I had.
Well, I just got back from Target when I met the Gus, and the reason I wanted you to go first was because I also just got I'm gonna be opening him here. I'm not gonna give any opinions because I'm sure the exact. I also haven't opened them, so I don't have any yet. But I'm sure they're gonna be the exact same as Aiden's. But just I got the guy. So they had 2 of them there at the one Target. And yeah, happy, whatever. Everything you said applies. He's way overpriced. I cannot believe I paid $43 for this figure, but oh well.
I don't understand the deluxe price with it because it makes 0 sense for it. Also,
No, it's such bullshit.
I wish they did. I mean, it sounds crazy. I wish they did a 2-pack with Lizard and Electro. I mean, it doesn't make a huge difference, but I don't know. I feel it would have rounded out like having these 2 guys together when you have. I don't know. It's weird. But we got him. No.
I'm still holding out hope that we'll get a full green Power Ranger Gubby at some point.
Yeah.
Oh man, they're very close to it, man. Especially with they already have the helmet made. They'll just do the rest of the body.
I think they will,
Yeah.
especially since I'm pretty sure that helmet sold really well. So I think they will.
Yeah.
I hope so. Because the other Gubby's very expensive now. But all right. Well, my turn. Are you done?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm all good.
Blondies are done.
Editor, get ready for this. You're gonna need a clip. So I got a figure. I got an offer for a figure on eBay for $13, free shipping. Editor, played Deja Vu song because it's John Walker.
You are so disappointing on so many levels.
There you go.
Editor, don't do that. Just put a disappointed dad face.
Fuck you. You request shit from me all the time. I get it this time.
I want to.
I got
Johnny.
this because I used one of my black suit John Walkers to make my custom selfie series this week. Very nice. He's got a little action figure in his hand.
Red Guardian.
It should. You should repaint it to be John Walker. To be fair, that would be the ultimate
sculpt wouldn't match. Shush, cat.
Yeah, well, it's tiny. No one will notice.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
How many John Walkers does it make for you having now, like of all between both versions that have been released, including your custom?
Like 14.
14, as I think I was at 13 before.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's starting to lose track of his John Walkers at this point.
Wow.
He's got too many.
I think so. I also got, because I was talking to Aiden about it for a project that we'll talk about later. I got this guy because I was reminded. This is old 2005, I think. Mega Man Battle Network Heat Guts Mega Man. I had this figure as a wee lad, and so it's a good hit of nostalgia to get this guy.
Heat Guts.
This was my Hellboy growing up.
Oh, he is ripping off Hellboy.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, Hellboy ripped him off, but. Oh god, I killed him.
Whoa.
On the topic of Mega Man, also got some heads in. I got some base heads from Slow Ship Customs. And some Quint heads. Again, from Slow Ship Customs. Force of Customs. So I've got 6 now because of my 2 originals. Unpainted, printed Mega Man heads. And then I made a custom Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did.
I painted his back logo finally.
Oh, that looks sick.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
really
it's-
great. I was wondering how.
It's not super clean or anything, but it gets the idea across.
I like he's like.
Yeah,
He's
I like
holding
him a
on
lot.
to your life.
I mean, he needs a matte spray because I clear coated his painted parts, so he's very glossy.
Gotcha.
But I like him. I like him a lot.
You're no good, Ty.
I think very cool.
Well, I'm glad you like. And last but not least, is a little project Aiden and I are starting together.
I think I know what this is actually.
Real.
I'm gonna send some pics in the chat actually, so that you guys can actually see it. See it.
Is this what I think it is, Aiden? Is this what I think it is?
Maybe not. I don't know. Ty would have to tell you. If definitely, I haven't mentioned it to you.
Okay, then it's not what I thought it was.
This is something else red.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got
you
this
just love your red things.
badass
I do.
Hellboy kit with just these fucking amazingly painted pieces.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
dude. Yeah, they are fucking awesome.
They're fucking
I am
awesome.
so excited. Yeah, Ty and I were figuring out. So we're making a Hellboy custom. All things. So we've been discussing back and forth of how we want to make this guy and parts usage and everything. And the biggest thing was figure out the head and the hand of doom, which is Hellboy's right hand. And this custom seller was made his own like selection of parts. You see the photos, there's like one where he has like his normal fist, the fucking middle finger, and him having a cigar. That's all you need from Hellboy. And then the 2 different heads with the horns without. But the paint and the sculpt just look phenomenal. And he came with the 2 guns and the sword. They looked better than what we saw photos what Ty showed me, so I was just like, wow, that looks even better.
Yeah.
It gets me all the more excited about it. Ty, mention mention them. The seal.
It was Ruskin's Customs. They came super well packed. The head and the weapons came in their own bubble mail or envelopes in the box, and they had on them a wax fucking seal of this guy's logo, which was crazy.
That's awesome.
Harry Potter shit. What the hell?
That guy's cool as hell.
So it was just
That was
badass.
I said to Ty, I was like, that is professional as shit, man. Like, imagine having your own seal for your own,
like a business card or something. That's wild.
That's his own like stamp on it. I just tell him like,
You ain't gonna forget about that. God
I'm
damn.
so glad we got the side to get it from like a customizer. So it's Ty, make sure to leave him a good review because holy
I
shit.
did, yeah. I left him a great review. There's 2 wax seals, so I'm gonna include one with the package when I send Hellboy over.
Oh, that's sick. That's sick. Thanks, man.
What do you guys? So I'm curious about this. First of all, I didn't know you were a big Hellboy guy. And
What?
Did you not know anything about him?
How did you not know that?
I don't know.
You were there when he
Fake
gave Viv a Hellboy comic.
Not for her, not for him.
Well,
I didn't
because
know.
he loves Hellboy. That's why it's from him. Like,
Gotcha.
Yeah, Hellboy 2 is like one of my favorite movies ever.
I know-
Ever.
dude,
Yeah, I
you're
love
funny,
it.
dude.
Anyways,
You're
what are you doing
funny,
for the body?
It's all good.
We
It's all
are
good.
going
fine.
to. We're thinking right now. Omega Red Body, and
Hey.
what's his fucking name?
A Crossfire, right?
Crossfire arm. So he's gonna, because Hellboy in the comics always has like a trunk
doing
of
more-
a torso and then tiny arms.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that, and then we'll probably end up having to commission a jacket from Rebel 10 because of the weird proportions of the body. But she's so reliable, so that'll be great.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm excited.
we got these pieces. These heads are actually bonus. These are not the primary heads that we're going for the custom.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Those haven't come in yet, though.
Oh. You could probably use a Nightcrawler tail for the tail too.
Good idea. I was thinking
Yeah,
Doric
good
from the
idea.
D&D movie.
That works too.
Yeah. Yeah, that works too. No, I'm incredibly excited to. We got to figure out. I was just thinking about it today with his feet.
I don't know how the fuck I
Yeah,
remembered he
I've
had a
been thinking
tail,
about-
but
I've been thinking about the hooves, and I am, as of yet, uncertain.
Yeah, I was trying to think if we can make like the current feet there are on Omega Red's body, and then like kind of split them down the middle, and make them look like hooves. But it's such a because they're rarely drawn because Mike Manoa never he didn't like drawing feet because he couldn't draw them at all. So
I
it's
guess
always
he does-
obscure.
He does almost have like a normal foot with then like a hoof in the front.
Yeah,
I
but
need to look
I
this
don't
shit up. I don't know what the hell you guys are even talking about right now.
know, think about
It
it.
looks not like your foot.
Yeah, we'll think about it. Yeah, your club feet.
Yeah, but I'm
but yeah.
excited to share more about it. I think as we make more progress on it, we'll let you guys know. I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's
Excited.
already off to a stellar start with these pieces.
Yeah,
Yeah. I believe I'm gonna have to repaint the sword gold, though, as far as I recall.
that is correct. Yes. Yep.
Which,
and then should probably do the guns a bit darker, maybe. Like a darker wash. Yeah.
Yeah, I could
They
get
gotta be
a black wash or something.
I think that will do the trick.
Get them dirtied up.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see what you're saying, and you just you I guess you could just cut feet in half. You could do that.
Do you think that could work? Maybe.
I mean, they are just like you'd have to paint the end of it. Here's the what is this? The 1,000 toys one?
1,000
It's
Thousand
He's
toys?
trying to do a whole new sculpt. We're trying to figure out what to use for the hoofs on the bottom. So
It looks like interesting.
But yeah, man, so excited for this.
It's gonna be
Does he
very
have a
fun
devil
project.
tail or does he have a normal tail?
No, he's the son of the devil, so he does have. I mean, in interpretations, he mostly has a normal tail. He doesn't have like a Nightcrawler. Like
They don't give him the arrow at the end.
no, I don't remember the arrow, especially from the movies. So
Okay. I was assumed he had an arrow.
He used his tail quite a bit in the movies. I remember like holding beer and in Hellboy 2, he's holding the baby with his tail.
I don't remember ever watching it, but I remember we had Hellboy on the PSP. They used to sell movies on the PSP, like actually in a little disc that you could just put into the PSP. So I think I turned it on once and I was confused and I didn't like it because I was like, "This is upsetting. I don't know what's happening. It's so dark." Something
Right,
like
I think
that.
you would love Hellboy. I think because there's so many.
I
weird
gotta go
pictures
back and rewatch it.
Dude, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny, you guys. I was watching. This is a little off topic, but kind of on topic. I was watching X2 yesterday because of the announcements, and Biv, my partner, made a really good analysis that Nightcrawler in X2 looks exactly like a Guillermo del Toro character. Like,
Yeah.
straight
Oh
up.
yeah. Yeah.
It's
Even
really cool.
even acts like it too. I love that, man.
That was
Yep.
probably on purpose for sure.
I'm sorry, Nightcrawler is the best part of that second movie,
Yes.
man. That opening scene, holy crap.
Mhm.
He's great.
All right. Well, I think that brings show and tell to a close. So, let us move on. I've got some picks for her.
Yeah, let's talk
5K
about Ada
Toys.
Wong.
I threw up some pre-orders for your girl Ada Wong.
Wouldn't
I'm
be
pretty-
all these podcast without some goonisms somewhere.
Calm the fuck
Well,
down, all right?
They call us the All Things Goon cast for a reason, okay? Let's keep it real.
Everybody settle down, all right?
Too late. You guys should have done like an April Fool's episode.
I'm very excited for this. I have it on pre-order. I've been waiting for some more of the Resident Evil figures from 5K because I've got my custom Leon and I got Jill. Thatch pointed out to me that she comes with swappable tits for some reason.
What?
As a pre-order bonus, yeah.
I don't know, man.
Swappable chest, also swappable legs as a pre-order
Wait,
bonus.
it's
Dude,
No,
I have
I'm trying
no
to figure. I'm trying to figure out if her eyes movable. What's happening there?
What are you talking about?
Because in the photo of all of the whole thing, her eyes are looking off to the left, but in some photos they're not. So I'm wondering if her eyes are movable.
I don't know.
Unless I'm tripping, I'm going insane.
I never seen such a thing on a figure. What the hell?
You are not. You do not. You don't spend enough time in the action figure world.
You don't
friend.
follow
I've-
5K Toys.
I've seen some crazy shit on Big Bad Toy Store. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I'm.
Yeah, Braden likes to
I
wonder.
know. You show me some stuff before, Brayden.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's
There's
true.
some crazy shit.
They got some.
I just didn't know swappable tips was in that realm. So.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
don't know
most-
why. I assume one of the sizes is accurate, and then one of the sizes is
Gooner. I'd-
Gooner size.
Well, I was trying to figure out if it was the difference between the original game and the new game, but I don't think it is. I think it's just their weird, like, Goonerism.
No, it's because it's.
I
the,
just thought it's
the
funny that they
reboot
made it as.
outfit.
I know that. Oh, yeah, she does have a completely different outfit. Okay, never mind.
I think it's funny they made it as the pre-order bonus. Like
It's
it's
the
not
pre-order bonus. Man.
anything else. It's just that.
I don't know why. It's so strange.
You have to. You
It's
have
like,
to
hey,
get,
we're gonna rope you in here. We're gonna get you to buy that.
it is a weird. You'd think it would be the opposite. You'd think the main figure would come with the smaller one, and then the Seems,
I don't know.
Seems
I
counterintuitive.
don't know which is
Seems
which.
counter.
But
I
yeah,
was like
some
the
of the
photo.
photos she is looking off to one side, so
Yes.
that's interesting. I
Yep.
don't know what that's about.
Mm-hmm. She comes with gross
But,
She comes with gross fucking like Christmas story lamp legs.
yeah, she has
Just
weird
really-
swappable seamless legs for some reason.
Yeah, it's so
I
very
assume that they
strange.
don't move. But I mean, I'm good with the jointed legs because I literally swapped Jill's legs out for Marvel Legends legs. So
I just realized they have bits on those bibs. I just realized that they censored it.
Braden, stop.
They censored it in the photo.
I don't know what.
what
I
the
didn't
fuck
hear
did
what
you
he
just say?
said. I just know they have bibs on their bibs.
They have
Bits
bibs
on
on
their
there.
bibs.
What's wrong with you?
What the?
I'm
fuck?
just saying they censored it. That's effed up.
Brent's, what do you mean touched up?
Show me the product.
Yeah, show me!
That's not what I meant, but okay.
Wow. What the
Just
fuck?
dig your whole way deeper, bro.
You're insane.
Good grief.
You're insane. I'm gonna let my goddamn cat out. Let's take a break before we move on.
He's losing his goddamn mind.
Alright.
You're going fucking crazy, yo.
Wait,
I think
this
my
is cool.
I think my sister just got home and she's probably gonna fucking just explode into the room. Brayden, what are you?
This is the new look for the podcast. Oh, it hurts.
Yeah, it looks like. Stop doing
Hey
that.
everyone, welcome back to the brand new video.
What's wrong with you?
Batch, what do you think of him?
He doesn't open it.
It's
yet.
good.
Oh.
Can't get one of the things to attach right. I can't figure out how it works.
What's that? Oh,
This
you know what? Yeah, that one's really. This one's weird.
Just shove it
Yeah.
in wildly and hope for the best.
Yeah, well, it's all to get at certain points. This does remind me of the effect Avenger came with, like the same, like almost like
Yeah.
layup of it, but yeah, that's why this one's a bit more simpler. But I like when there's a lot going on. But
Yes.
I want to get those.
Look,
And
he's awesome. He's honestly probably like the best villain figure they've done so far for the movie. Like I don't even know if it's close. Like
the sculpt is just really like outstanding, and the paint apps too, man. They really. It's just the only thing. The arc reactor. I forgot to mention that, but why did they not? They sculpted it over, and they even paint it.
I want to get one just so I can get those lightning pieces, so I can repaint them and give them to Palpatine.
why do you Why
What
do you
the
care
fuck
about
are you talking about? You don't even have a Palpatine.
Also, I could just buy the female Electro. It doesn't.
What are you talking about?
Why
Why do you hate Star Wars? Why would you want to put that much effort into a figure A you
why
don't
the
have?
fuck do you even say that? I mean, you can have a
Nobody-
Palpatine, but it just did not fit you at all. It just didn't
Aiden's
like.
reaction is accurate. Why the fuck did you even say that?
I was trying to freak him out, and it didn't. You guys missed the part where I could have easily. I said I was going to paint the lightning effects blue, which is the stupidest shit ever.
Like,
Yeah, it
you
is.
just fucking. I mean, these are the best ones I think they've made so
Yeah, but
far.
just get the Electro. Get the female Electro. They're actually blue. That's the joke.
Yeah.
There
No,
you
he's
go.
great.
Stupidest
Great.
fucking thing I've ever heard you say.
Oh, shut
He's
up,
great.
loser.
I like that his chest piece is those straps are
Fucking
actually
piggy.
plastic yellow. They're not painted. It like really
Yeah,
helps.
yeah, because
I agree.
when they have the wires look fine for painted yellow. So
Yeah, I agree. I agree,
He's-
Gerald.
I
It.
agree.
He's like,
I agree.
hey,
I agree.
spirit of thunder.
Right now, I'm going to kick your ass.
Some shit in our
It's literally
mother would
stab
talk
me
about.
in
It'd be
your
like,
eye.
the spirit of thunder is up my ass.
I look like
Up his ass.
It's parading around in my arse.
doesn't MTV Electro have like the eyebrows there?
Don't get me started. Don't get me
Actually,
started on
the
that.
Electro figure I sent you, I don't know if you had the alternate head, but he has an alternate head where he's
No.
got electricity coming
Right out of his eyes. Yeah. No, I just have the standard the head. Dude, when I was comparing them today and sent it to you, I was like, this is the ugliest fucking thing ever. This is the ugliest figure. It is
What are
so
you guys
bad.
talking about?
The 2014 TASM 2
Oh,
Electro.
yeah.
Like,
Is that
talk
what we
about
have him?
a glow up. Not even
I had him and I mailed it to Aiden as a
Oh.
gift.
Yeah, and it was legit. It was literally like the week they announced that Jamie Foxx was going to be in No Way Home. He was so mad. I felt so bad. I think I said that. Like, do you want me to send it back? And you're like, no. Like, it's like I hate that.
You gotta
Whoa,
take a
what's
comparison photo at some point.
He did.
Yeah, I did. I sent it the
Yeah.
other day. Yeah, I did a few in the chat. I could try and resend it. I
Dropped
think
them
I
down
can.
in the chat. He dropped them in the chat. So that's all you need to know.
He dropped him in
So
chat.
weird they decided to give him the double ball, like,
Yeah.
help.
I know.
All characters.
Well, because Goblin didn't even have that, right? Goblin doesn't
No.
even have that.
The very
No.
sassy post you got him in there.
The other thing too,
Like, Spider-Man, what are you doing here?
That if you put Electro's head, this one on the classic body, it fits. It looks fucking sick.
Yeah,
It
on the
looks-
comic body. Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah.
You guys like my cool electro pose?
Yeah, he's-
Yo.
He's doing his TikTok
Honestly,
Doomsday.
he's like flying around like, yo, you call my name.
like, what? He's like, what? What'd you say? Huh?
No.
How do you like the new?
I'm electro.
The energy.
That's
the
my
energy's
thing.
different in this universe.
The energy makes me feel
Feel my energy,
good.
bitch.
Suck on my fucking energy, bitch.
Did you guys hear
Motherfucker
about,
Jones.
Did you guys hear recently about I forgot who fucking did it, but some random people had like a penis laser, and Jamie Foxx was at like a restaurant, and they fucking shined it on his head. I know it's random. It's random. It's random. I know.
You can't bring that shit up out of
A
nowhere.
penis laser? What the fuck?
You said that so matter of fact. Yeah, did you guys hear about the penis laser? That
Some guys had a fucking penis laser.
They encountered Jamie Foxx in a fucking restaurant and penis laser.
They started
like,
blasting the penis laser at Jamie Foxx.
I literally went to Cutthroat. So, look, I heard it on the Conan O'Brien podcast. We were talking about it. Conan got it like Danny McBride came in and gave him like a laser pointer, and it makes a penis like just like.
Okay.
It wasn't an actual dick laser. Right?
You say penis laser.
Forgive me for not being familiar with the specifications of penis laser.
I should have termed it better, but yes.
I'm sorry. The mental image of people running into a restaurant all shining lasers on Jamie Foxx's cock while he's trying to eat.
Yeah,
He's like, stop.
Yeah,
I thought he was
Aiden,
dead. I thought you were saying they shot him with a penis laser in the head and he died.
That's not called a laser, Aiden. That's just pissing. That's just pissing out of your penis.
Hey man, when it comes out straight shot, that's a laser.
man.
Right? There's no dipping. It's straight shot. All right.
What are you talking about? I'm sorry. I want to live in blissful ignorance that a bunch of people are just shining laser pointers.
Chaotic. This is chaotic. I think we've.
You brought it up. You said it.
Yeah, you started this.
I'm acknowledging the chaos. All right. It's not like it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Yeah, you guys hear about the fucking penis laser?
Yeah,
They,
About the dick laser.
You were talking about swappable boobs. So get out of my fucking face.
it was relevant to the guy. It wasn't random.
That was part of the topic. Brayden, you have the Black Series pictures.
Tyler, I don't.
Why don't you?
I don't give a fuck about Black Series.
You
Why
made
would I
the
have
list
them?
this week. You put it on the list.
It doesn't matter.
It does.
You like Star Wars. You talk
You
about
made
this
the
shit every week.
list.
You could at least
You're gonna-
ask me to do it, Brayden, if you weren't.
Wait, Jada Toys is doing Frosty the Snowman. That's fucking dope.
Yeah, I already told
What?
you guys that.
What? No, you didn't.
What? Yeah, I did. I literally did like 3 months ago.
3 months? Why?
Yeah, they didn't reveal it, but I told you that they were doing it.
POV, you just signed a penis laser on Jamie Foxx's face, and now he's ready.
And he's fucking pissed.
He's fucking pissed, bro.
Fucking pissed off. All right, we're back. Sorry about that.
That's right. The exclusive.
Yep.
All right, Star Wars Black Series had some reveals this week. We got Ezra, we got Zombie, Death Trooper, we got fucking Smee, and we got the Star Wars Visions 2-pack of the Ronin and the droid.
Fucking Smee, bro.
Fucking Smee!
SM33, bitch. Get it
It's
right.
me, dumbass.
Not in the new lore. What do you guys think? You like
yeah.
Black Series?
Yeah. All right,
Talk
Tyler,
about
are
how
you?
Black Series is?
All right, so SM33. Aside from paint apps, he looks good.
You're saying
It's
it's
fine.
shiny.
It looks absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But you're also saying you usually don't see him in bright lighting. It's usually dark lighting you see him in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
it still should be dirtier.
He's got beef with Jackass Crew too, apparently.
I forgot. That's who did it. That's who did it. Sorry.
Oh, was it actually? Okay.
I wanted to send it to make sure it wasn't bullshit to you guys.
Thank you.
And this is the fact that's a real headline.
PY. So, what's your favorite figure out of all these? That's my real question.
Me?
I don't have
Or
one.
Tyler?
Not you. You hate the Black Series.
I don't have
I
one.
do.
Don't
This
have one.
guy. This guy's kind of interesting. The zombie dude.
Zombie.
Blech.
He's
We have like
interesting.
nothing to even say about these.
I don't like him.
SM33 was the only one I really have any interest in.
Wait, why don't you like him, Ty? He's a zombie trooper. Isn't that like the coolest concept ever?
No, it's stupid.
What the fuck?
I like the zombie troopers.
Oh
whatever.
yes. Oh yeah, I forgot. We're talking to the guy who doesn't like Marvel zombies. To be fair. Okay.
The only zombies are the ones that get killed by these people.
Well, she can kill him if you get him.
No, that doesn't make any sense. It'd be like maybe if she was at a Comic-Con.
Crossover event, yeah. There you go.
I feel like boy hands were too big here.
Yeah, Moses looks a
Kind
little
of just
strange.
looks like Jesus, to be honest with you.
He's Moses.
You already did.
Jesus action figure.
Also, I feel like his hair isn't blue enough. I feel like didn't he have bluer hair?
My
Not
cinematic.
in the show because he's live action.
I thought in the show he had bluer hair.
Nope.
What?
They did give him weird purple eyes, though.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm thinking of? I thought his hair was blue in the show. I thought they intentionally made his hair blue. Am I going insane?
They altered his eyes to be very, very blue.
This is gaslighting at the finest level. I've seen pictures of him with blue hair. There's no way. Unless people are like editing his hair blue, which is fucking stupid.
Well, his hair is blue in Rebels, so that's why.
Hold on. You're crazy.
Hold on. The Ronin looks.
Yeah.
It's like what? Who asked for that?
What's his name? What's his name? Aaron Tano? Is that his name?
Ezra Bridger.
Thank you.
Fucking loser.
Aaron Tano?
Aaron Tano?
Braden just combined one of his
Ahsoka's
coworkers'
brother, Aaron
first name,
Tano.
Aaron, with Ahsoka Tano's last name.
It's Aaron Tano, my favorite character.
My favorite Star Wars
That's
character.
very similar
Aaron
to Doug Castle.
Tano.
That is close.
Oh, I got fucking. I got played
Braden's-
for a fool. All right,
Braden's Doug Castle, for sure.
Aaron Tano. Doug Castle was also my fault, to be fair.
Okay,
was it?
Yes, I said Doug Castle because what's his name? Doug Castle? That's real. I've got name blindness. I can't remember.
Aaron Tano and Doug Castle.
That was one of the funniest things.
At least I got Castle right. Aaron Tano is not even fucking close.
No.
That's awesome. It's still.
He looks like he'd be named Aaron, to be fair.
Aaron!
Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
That's true. What do you think about the Epic exclusive you can't buy, Ty?
Yeah, it's Japan exclusive. I would be mad if it was F from that one episode because I want to make a custom of her. Yeah, the character's name is F.
That's cool.
I'll find it.
I like that. I like that droid that has the pole. I think that's really fun.
Yeah, the droid looks cute.
He's
I
cute.
like that he's got a little gun.
Yeah. He's got to be ready for anything.
Droid is sick, yo. He's a maverick. He's a loose cannon.
I'm wondering if that. I'm wondering if that's wired. Actually, that big elaborate coat doesn't look like it.
I don't think so, but some people think it might be. I don't know.
There's
I doubt it.
There's some interesting photography happening if that's the case in the second photo. I don't really know what that's.
Yeah.
Well, we've already know that they're not afraid to start, editing some stuff. Cutting out some.
The fuck?
Some
Are you kidding me?
What are you
The
kidding?
fuck?
The
I
fuck?
already broke the Electro. Are you shitting me right now?
What
Just
the
breaks
fuck?
his figure. What'd you do?
His fucking foot thing just broke off.
Oh,
His what?
His electricity. See that piece? It's supposed to be attached to the silver piece.
Oh.
And then this one is also already starting to wane.
Bad figure.
That's really. At least you can plug it into his hips. You can kind of make up for it, but that's annoying. Yeah, and I can do this, so it's but it's still why is it so fragile? What the hell?
Yeah, that sucks.
Why didn't they anticipate freaks like me putting Electro in crazy poses? Come on now.
Why didn't they anticipate people using the articulation they made?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe if you weren't
well.
shining so many penis.
At least you
lasers.
can plug it in. That kind of saves it. But
So yeah. Hasbro's over. It's over.
$43.
Hasbro sucks.
That is fair. That's a reasonable thing to complain about. All right.
Well, you know what is a good toy company? Jade
good toy company.
Toys. They were putting some new looks in Mega Man Wave 3.
Nobody cares about that. You know what else? You know what else they showed?
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
What else they
we
showed
gotta
off?
We gotta look at unhelmeted Mega Man. He's got that Camelio hair. He's got that adorable smiling face. Look at that.
I love him.
I've never
I'm gonna
seen
get
more joy in a boy's soul than that.
Well, except for mine when I saw the big. I'm getting this guy. I'm getting him. He will be mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love him. He looks super cute. I can't wait. And then we got to look at Bubble Man. He comes with a bubble effect piece that I did not get a good screenshot of because Toy just took bad video. But Bubble Man looks great. And then Woodman, he's got his leaf blowing sort of effect. And
That is cool.
hopefully they come soon.
I thought it was sap like draining out of a leaf. I was confused.
It would make more sense if it was clear. But no,
Yeah.
he does a little spinny wind.
It's like
effect of leaves.
spin. Yeah. I think I tried playing that level at one point, and I turned off the game.
The game is very hard. Yes.
They're all. And then look, they did Frosty the Snowman.
Frosty.
I said he told us about this. I'm sorry I forgot about it, but it's also been 3 months, and it was
It's been a while. And they did was announce that they were doing it.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're
Frosty,
going to do more holiday themed characters. That would be cool.
Especially based on those old stop motion animation specials.
Rankin Bass,
Rankin Bass, yeah.
Rudolph, Bumble. Bumble? My dad loves Bumble. If they make a Bumble figure, I will have to buy it for him. He fucking loves Bumble. That's like his weird, like, he doesn't care about anything. But if I bought him a Bumble figure, he would shit his pants.
I'd kind of love a Heat and Ice Miser. Just saying.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be kind of peak.
Jack Frost.
Oh, Jack Frost. Cool. Shit, son. Also, their Santa. I fucking love their Santa design.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Santa's
Also, I mean, if we're gonna get into Rankin Bass, can we get some Jada Wallace and Gromit figures? Can we in that same similar vein? Oh my god, dude!
I know, a embarrassing amount of people that would spend a lot of money on that.
This is crazy. The crazy thing about Jada, they can go from fucking Cyberpunk 2070 or fucking Cyberpunk Edge Runner
figures, and fucking Invincible now,
and then Jack and Frosty the Snowman.
God, what a waste of a company.
Hey, they're gonna be good, and they're gonna be
they're gonna be really good.
Yeah.
The only thing is, I hope it will give them more awareness and publicity because it is a big franchise, and it's also their first direct parallel to a superhero franchise. So, like, I think it'll be. I hope it helps them, like,
great
get
toy
DC
company
or something. I don't know.
Great. If they got. Can you imagine? Oh my god!
Can you imagine? Holy shit!
That might be the Marvel Legends killer right there. I don't know about that, but that'd be pretty. That'd be pretty good.
If Jada got its hands on Marvel vs. Capcom, done. They're dead.
A Jada Spider-Man, bruh.
Oh my god,
bruh.
Marvel Legends would cream their pants and then die.
Marvel Legends would literally punch the wall.
The figure would be $22.99.
And it would come with everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Lay wants to talk about some Doctor Who stuff. So if he sent those clips, we're going to include them right now. Nice job, Lay. That was really exciting.
That was
I'm glad
really
to hear it.
interesting. Wow.
I can't wait for season 2 of Doctor Who.
I'm very bored, Lay. I had to listen to all that, and I hated it.
I never thought they would make a spin-off called Doctor Whom, but I can't wait to see it.
And
I hope it gets a sequel called Doctor Whomst.
Yeah. I mean, the same joke, but it didn't work out. Okay.
I said it louder, bitch.
I said loud, proud of proud.
There was a Nintendo Direct, and
there
was some games like Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
We're not talking about all of the Direct because I don't think any of us watched it.
I saw the reveals, but yeah.
It was
Prime
the last.
4,
that's the only
fucking sick new costume.
That's the only other thing of note to really mention, I think, unless you guys have anything else. But
I will say they first showed Metroid Prime 4, and so there's been a lot of rumors, and they're probably true, that the Master Chief Collection or some version of it's going to be on the Switch too. And it's also going to PlayStation. They're putting Halo on the Nintendo and the whatever. That basically is the thing. And so when they first showed it, they played like a Halo, like a very Halo Reach sounding sound effect, and then like a natural environment and a little blue ball came up, and I was like, "Whoa!" And then it was Samus. And I was like,
God, I wish. Oh man.
That would be fucking crazy.
The day that happens, if that happens, oh my god, I will cry.
I'm telling you, it is a rumor that's happened a lot lately.
I know it's been going for like 2 years now. The rumor.
Yeah.
I need to play Halo. I started on the
If it comes to
PC.
PlayStation, it'll be so easy for you.
I beat the first game. I got a good way through the second one, and I was liking the second one way more than the first one.
Okay.
And I really enjoyed it.
Tangent.
Yeah.
How did you feel about the flood level in Halo 1?
I mean, I didn't really like Halo 1 very much. I thought I would like it more.
Fuck?
It's just no. It's
The flood level is peak. It's peak
I just kept
tension.
I kept dying, and I kept just I don't know. I
Oh,
don't
you're a
know.
little.
Oh, you got the little baby chair. There you go.
How did it
Hold
make
on.
you feel though, going into
I
that
don't-
flood level?
I think
Like,
I knew
building
about it.
up to
So
it.
I don't. I think I already knew about it, so I don't think it
Ugh.
was like.
This
Yeah.
guy, this clown.
I watched like Nakey Jakey talk about fucking Halo, so I already knew
Naked
about it.
Jakey?
Yeah.
Why are you
This guy
watching
doesn't-
Naked Jake?
This guy doesn't watch Nakey Jakey. What the hell?
Fuck
Naked
is a
Jakey don't make
Naked
videos no
Jakey?
more, dude.
One of the best YouTubers of all time.
He don't make
Alright.
videos no more. He's gone.
He made a video. He made one video.
He made a video.
Okay. No, that level was cool. There's like no music. It's actually really sick. But
To
I like-
transition this. Sorry.
You're good. No, go ahead. You
I'm gonna
clearly.
transition this back through another loop
Okay.
here. So if Halo
Okay.
comes to Switch, it would be a payoff because they were making a Halo DS and it got canceled before it happened. Yes,
What?
it never happened, but they were
I would've
working
loved
on it.
I would have
and-
loved to see a fucking like time.
I wanted to play Halo on a mobile Nintendo console forever. And so that would be the payoff of like 15 years waiting.
Yeah.
And then that leads us back to the Nintendo Direct. So they also talked about
Absolutely.
I
they
want
also
to
talked about Tomodachi Life, right?
I'm going to talk about the Marvel thing first. I want to talk about that
Okay.
first.
Yes.
Because this is, as far as I can tell, this is made by the same people who did Shredder's Revenge, which
Makes sense. Yeah.
fucking fantastic game. I sometimes I'll just turn it on and just beat it in the same like hour or two. Like it's such a fun game.
Didn't we beat this game together?
We tried
Yeah.
we tried streaming. Ty and we tried streaming it, but it kept crashing, and I was really sad about that because it's such a fun game.
Well,
Yeah,
we tried streaming it. I think Aiden was playing with us.
Yeah.
But
I
then
think, yeah.
we just played it privately.
Yeah, it's such a good game.
I definitely play with all you guys, and
Yeah.
it's an amazing game. I
So fun.
love it.
So when I saw that there's a Marvel game, I was like, you
Oh yeah,
got it.
I heard a little bit about this. So I'm not as informed.
Yeah, I mean it's a Marvel.
Oh, we
style
got a
game.
nihilist in this.
Yep, I think he's the main villain. So characters are, obviously you got like Spider-Man, Wolverine, Cap, Venom. Those ones you can expect. Storm, who I know these other two kind of throw me. I think that's Nova, right?
Yeah.
That is Nova. Yeah.
And who the hell is the
Nova.
chick?
That's previous Captain Marvel.
Okay.
What is her name?
Trying to look
It is Phyla-Vell.
Interesting.
Oh, that is
I'm
her.
about to look like the smallest Marvel fan ever, but why does Nova have red long hair? Am I missing something? I've never seen Nova like that.
Definitely
I
a
think
stylist.
I feel like it's probably not Richard Rider.
No, I don't think it is Richard. I don't remember Richard Rider having long hair. I can look it up.
But Phyla-Vell is the Captain Marvel that Carol's last costume in her second movie is based off of.
Mm.
Good
It's a very interesting announcement. I'll give it that. It's definitely a very interesting character.
No,
to
it's a
throw in
weird lineup of characters.
That is Richard Rider.
Huh.
there. Oh, that is.
What a
He
weirdo.
has long hair. That had to be like the '90s for you, man.
If you want to, Aiden, if you want to watch that, just check that out there. I sent the link.
Yeah, I'm
to
gonna do that.
It is. I mean, it looks sick. I mean, the animation looks really fun. It looks like a great game. So I'm.
It's gonna be great, and I can't wait to play with the boys.
Oh yeah.
I will definitely get it. That's
We
the
gotta
we
stream that
definitely
shit.
get.
We gotta stream that
Cosmic
shit.
Invasion, great game title. Anything with Cosmic, I'm
Mhm.
sold.
Yeah,
And it's just so cool.
The thing I'll say here about the roster is that the Ninja Turtles game added a bunch of characters as DLC after the fact. There's a very good chance we get other characters added as DLC.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we get like Thor, Iron Man, stuff like that.
Probably some weird ones.
Wolverine's already in it, but like Magneto or something.
Probably some weird ones because there's some other weird characters in here. Yeah,
I do really like the art style.
Even making a Nihilist a villain is such a random, like, let's just, it's so
well, it's
specific.
Because
he's underrated.
He's the main villain of like the biggest cosmic event that they've had.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember the Annihilation Wave or something like that.
Yeah, or was it? It's a Nihilist War or Annihilation War or
something like that. But yeah, it was happening alongside Civil War, I think, or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But yeah, it was. There's like two events, and like Marvel didn't give a shit what cosmic side of Marvel did, so they were like, yeah, whatever, just have a big event if you want.
Crazy.
There you go.
Yeah, no, it looks really solid, a lot of fun. Not much else to say. I think it just looks really so damn fun.
Get the Fantastic Four in there because you can't do a cosmic.
Yeah, well,
without the Fantastic Four.
Annihilus is a Fantastic Four villain. He's from the negatives. That's where the prominent place of Fantastic Four would explore. Yeah, I wish they put like the Thing, or just put all four of them in there. But I don't know. They might do them as DLC for all we know.
Yeah.
I want to also point out that that 3 of the characters are like flying characters, and then the rest are all like more like ground characters, which is interesting. So they're probably one of the other characters. I can see like Silver Surfer being another character.
Oh my god! Do we know when this game's coming out?
They just say holiday.
It's holiday, so like November, December.
Yep.
Okay.
So, end of the year, I'll wait. I'm good. I'm waiting. Ain't got no complaint.
Yeah, that'll be fun. And then something that you were very excited about.
Yeah, little backstory here. I've been watching a Tomodachi Life playthrough, one of my favorite Let's Players, and I'm like, hey, this game's pretty sick. I went to check the prices on the aftermarket. No. Hundreds of dollars for this game. Makes sense. I realized the 3DS shop closed a couple years ago, so there's not a lot of ways to get this game now. But man, I was like, okay, I guess, people have been begging for a sequel to this game for years. But I think a lot of people were like, maybe like starting to accept their fate. And then sure enough, I knew this direct was happening, and then I started seeing like memes about the direct, and they weren't like showing clips from it or anything, but they were like Tomodachi Life. I'm like, that's not okay. There's someone that's someone's doing a bit, and I saw another one, and I was like, okay. And then I went to the trailers, and I saw the trailer, and I was like, you motherfuckers, making a brand new Tomodachi Life game. And they don't show much aside from just what the game looks like, really, which beautifully well done. I don't know. I will also point out this is very interestingly timed. This direct is very interestingly timed because they're doing another direct very soon for the Nintendo Switch 2.
Yes.
This was the prologue Nintendo Switch 1 end of its run direct. Mm-hmm. That's what this was.
It's just interesting.
The final song for the Switch 1.
It's interesting to me because this game is slated to come out in 2026, so that makes me wonder: is this going to be? I'm sure. I think so too.
It'll probably launch on both. It's definitely going to launch on Switch 1 because they specifically said everything in this direct will come to Switch 1. So.
Yeah, and it's not like it's a demanding game, so.
No. And they do this a lot. They do this. They'll overlap. They'll have like one like mid-level release at the end of a Nintendo console after it's already got. They usually do that, So.
I think I was more thinking about like how the Mii Maker would work, but I think that's more just in game. I think they'll just have their own in-game Mii Maker. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the Miis don't look like normal Miis. They look like
they're very stylized.
Different, but then also I don't imagine that the Mii Maker is going to change much for Switch. It's been the same since the Wii.
Well, the only way it would change is if they made it better, because the Switch one kind of sucks.
That's the problem. It's like I think it will be better. It looks like there's a lot of options here. Just looking at the characters, there's a lot of different.
Okay, well, sorry, what I was getting at was they don't look like traditional Miis, so I'm thinking that
these might be Tomodachi specific.
Completely in Tomodachi. These are not necessarily Miis. They're like, I think what happened was they did Switch ports. They did Switch Sports where they changed it out from the Mii's and everyone hated it. And so the Tamagotchi were like, well, everyone wants the Mii's. Let's do the closest thing to a Mii we possibly can without it being a Mii.
Right. Okay. Well, I like them. I think they look good. I also think the lighting and everything, like the cell shading, or I don't know if it's cell shading, but the style of the game looks really good too. The lighting and everything is making everything look different. It doesn't look like the original game, that's for sure. So either way, really excited about that. I haven't been using my Switch very much lately because I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna get a Switch 2 when it comes out. If everything's backwards compatible, I will say. If it's not, which I'm pretty sure they confirmed already.
Yeah, they said basically like the majority of the games would leave.
Okay. Right.
So the reason why they probably said that was because things like Labo and shit are probably not,
Yeah, that's what I was assuming. But most standard games that don't require anything extra will probably be, playable. Yeah. So that makes sense. I'm probably gonna get Switch 2 because I'm a sheep. I'm gonna go for it.
I'm gonna do what I always do and wait a year and a half and then get one.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to.
I'm gonna get one when there's a new Zelda game for it. Mainline Zelda. You
don't want to get a console as soon as it comes out because you'll always be subject to the first batch of bugs and shit like that.
There's nothing to do on it.
That too. Yeah, that's the main thing. Anyways, that's all I really have to say about that. I'm really excited though.
So. The twilight of the Switch is here.
Yes.
I think I might get Switch 2.
That's lasted a long time.
Yeah.
It's demons invading Ty's.
I just got a PS5.
I thought it was a guy at first. I was like, "Who's this guy?" And then you started waving your finger. I'm like, "Why are you doing that?" So like,
get out of here!
Get the fuck out of here, brother!
Fuck you. That's all right.
Not all I have to say though.
You want to tell us about Marvel Rivals?
That's not all I have to say. Okay, I got yap for a bit. Please bear with me.
Please, actually, have you heard that awful AI Marvel Rivals song?
No.
Oh God! Okay, I'll have to send it to you.
It's Wyatt Russell on screen right now.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll fucking get there.
We'll fucking get there. Okay. Yeah, I don't know even what you're talking about there, Ty. Okay, interesting. Have you heard this awful? Okay, so originally going into this week wasn't much to talk about. There was 2 skins, one of which we already talked about. I was like, we're not going to talk about this. Then more shit started coming out, and now I'm talking about a shit ton of stuff. So let me just break everything down what we have. So the skins, the first piece of news that we got were the new skins here. We already talked about the Black Panther skin. I don't love it. He's got his heart out. It's gross. But
OnLap made a Marvel Rivals song?
What?
OnLap made a Marvel Rivals song.
It's the biggest.
If I bleed
tonight.
I didn't know they were still together.
Oh, they're still going, dude.
They're making music. I didn't know that.
Wait, is that you mean? Sorry, like a fan made song or like it's in the game?
OnLap, the band. It's a Marvel Rivals official song.
Okay.
I
don't know if it's in the game, but it's an official song.
I sure as fuck hope it is.
Interesting. Okay.
What the fuck?
Guys,
okay, sorry, continue.
Breaking
news as of 2 months ago.
Oh, it's old. It's very old. Anyways, yeah, we talked about Black Panther skin. It's cool. Not really my jam. It doesn't seem like anyone else here really liked it. But the MCU Moon Knight is in the game now, and I think it's fantastic.
Great costume design.
It's fucking so sick. I think I like the Moon Knight design in the game, but this, if I were to ever get this, would be the one that I would use because it's so sick. I love the MCU.
Beautiful costume.
It's so cool.
Tremendous design.
So those were the skins. That was the first piece of news. I'm like, you know what? We're fine. That's all we need to know. And then these leakers keep pulling shit out of their asses.
These leakers.
Look, I'm happy about it, but at the same time, it's always just like, man, you're giving me more shit to talk about. Next up is they're doing Ronin for Hawkeye.
Oh my lord.
I think it looks sick. I don't like Hawkeye. I don't like playing as Hawkeye, but you know what? I like the costume. I think it's neat. I think it's cool. And then you've got, I could not find a better picture of his model for some reason. Nobody's posting a proper shot of it. So we've got, I think they're calling it Rune King Thor, I think is the name. Jesus. Ty is dying in the background.
I was hoping I was far enough away so you couldn't hear me.
Nope.
Someone's silent when we were.
You've got a small place. I don't know what to tell you. I've been there. I've been there firsthand. I can hear everything behind those walls.
Multiple rooms. What are you talking about?
It's a small
I've got
place.
a walk-in closet.
Have you seen a studio apartment, my guy? Like,
Ty, if Ty were to go into his closet right now and cough, you would hear it. I'm telling you that right now.
he's got like 3 different rooms.
He's
in his
in the
house.
room.
I think you would.
Dude, you should see my dorms from college. You'd think they were a closet. If you think Ty's...
I'm not saying that it's the smallest room ever. I'm just saying it's a small room. My
I'm
guy.
not saying that it's the smallest room ever.
You're the same. You're like those guys on Twitter that see like a drone view of a house and it's got like a pool and like 3 different guest bedrooms and go, that's a normal American house right there. That's normal middle class.
You entitled, privileged piece of shit.
Where did this come from, man?
I'm sorry.
Anyways, I like the Ronin skin. F you. Okay. Cool. Anyways, Rune King Thor looks pretty cool.
All right,
He's got fucking Richard Rider hair coming out of his ass.
He took the wind out of his sails.
I'm trying to talk, and you guys are still fucking sitting on this. I'm trying to move on, and you guys are still laughing and goofing.
No, I feel bad.
Don't feel bad. I'm trying to move on. You guys aren't continuing.
Great, you're out of focus. You're out of focus. See?
There we go.
There we go.
It doesn't like when I go super close, actually. Fuck. Now I don't know where I'm... okay, whatever.
Rune King.
Rune King Thor looks pretty cool. I like him. He's got
You've said that
scary
4 times
fucking
now.
demon-ass mask, like Wendigo mask. I wish his face was out, but I think the suit is very cool. I would maybe get that. We'll see. I don't know.
He looks like a World of Warcraft character.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Nobody
It's not gone over it.
He looks like World of Warcraft. Okay, no. Okay, that's not the last of it because there's more. Guess what? There's more. They are calling this the pickup bundle. So, pickup bundle is interesting. This is an interesting concept. This is $3. You get this Venom skin. I'm calling it Fanta Venom or Cheeto Venom. I call him Fanta Venom because he's more goo-like. And I associate goo with Fanta. Okay. Hold your tongue.
Wait, what?
Okay.
You associate gooning with Fanta?
I said goo, not gooning.
Okay. I would call him Orange Sickle Venom because it looks like the orange vanilla popsicles.
Yeah, that makes sense too. I've heard that, but I
call him President Venom.
President Venom. He's running for mayor. I will also say, this is definitely a case where like this is so weird. I know it's not right. I know Venom should be black, but I really like him in the orange. I don't know. I don't know why. There's something tickling my. There's something.
You need to calm the fuck down.
Well, I'll say this. I don't know. There's a cyan Venom in the game too, and I just like the different colors for Venom. It just works for me.
The equivalent of when you can change the colors on in Spider-Man 2 with the main suit. That is like the same color palette they have for his new suit.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. I think it's cool. Anyways,
I think it's fun, like meme Venom. It works good.
Yeah. I mean, Venom's already a meme by himself.
That's the biggest meme about this Venom, Braden.
Well, hold on. Let me talk about the pickup bundle.
Orange and cream Venom.
So you guys are getting ahead of yourselves. So you can buy this. It is $3 US. You just use real money. You can't use the in-game currency, and you get the skin right away. Which skins are usually worth $16, I think, at the cheapest, or like $6 at the cheapest. Then 16, then 22. So either way, skins are expensive in this game. So that's already a great deal. And then every day you do challenges, you get like the purple tokens, you can get a spray, and you can get a nameplate. But the coolest thing about this thing, again, this is only $3, so this is a great deal. Then you get a costume coin, and that'll give you any of the cheaper costumes in the game for absolutely free. So this is an absolute steal of a deal. I mean, like, you get your cool Fanta Creamsicle Cheeto Venom. Again, that skin's already dirt cheap. And then you get a free costume. You don't get any costume. It needs to emphasize that. It's specifically like on the cheaper side of things. So I love this, honestly. I hope they do more of these because I think this is a great idea. Just really fun. I'm totally down for it. Now the final piece of news, the one that Ty's the most excited about, is
I'm needing you to hurry up so I can talk about Wyatt Russell.
Uh-huh. I'm going to send this, and I apologize for the quality of this. So, the final thing on the Galacta Adventure map was revealed as an April Fool's joke. It is a twerking emote for your boy Venom.
There's still a chance to stop them!
It is not... So it is. So the emotes
Jarvis,
in this game.
Zoom in on that ass.
So the emotes in this game are not for everyone. It's just for character specific. So this is specifically Venom's emote that only he can do. Which either you could say they dodged a bullet there, or they lost out on an opportunity. Whichever way you want to look at it, because you can imagine what those lobbies would have been with all the girl skins. I pointed out, this is just the animation of Thanos.
It's the
throwing
exact,
it back.
yeah, the green screen Thanos
thing.
twerking animation.
The exact same thing. He's got like heart eyes, and he's like excreting like pheromones out of him when he dances. It's really bizarre. I don't.
Happening? I was already like, Phantom Venom's a little weird. Like, okay, whatever.
This is how he can shake his ass.
He's Nickelodeon Venom. Duh.
Oh.
He just needs green goo.
Nickelodeon's infamous twerking.
Yeah. No, so that's. I mean, I think it's fucking hilarious. I think it's so fucking stupid. I love his it's a very aggressive twerk. It's not like a chill.
Muscular.
So you can do it whenever you want now in the game, like forever. Like this is
coming April 1st. Yeah.
If you've completed... so many more Venom mains because of this.
I got to play Venom today because I wanted to try out the orange skin, and let me tell you, my match was fucking awesome because the entire team was focusing on the mission. I would just run up to the enemy team, slap them with my tentacles, and then die in like 30 seconds, and then run back and do it again because that's his whole point. That's his role in the game. But yeah, so fucking I was having a blast, and
that's
what a
role in the game is die in 30 seconds.
Yep. Unless you're good, or if you're... Oh my god. Okay. That's basically it. It's my Marvel Rivals weekly update.
You guys know that meme that lady and says, "What the hell?" Sure. That's my reaction to that.
What the hell? Sure. Don't you want to twerk as Venom, though?
Yeah, what the hell? Sure. Like, it's like,
yeah.
Okay.
It's a great idea.
Okay, but first I want you to real quickly listen to this awful Marvel Rivals song.
We should also wait for Aiden because he's abandoned.
Fight! Marvel Rivals fight! Fight!
Listen, who the fuck is that on the cover? Who are these fuckers? You've got Captain America. That's obviously Cap. You've got skinny, tiny Hulk. Who's like 5'6". You've got Jack
Spider-Man. And you've got
Quicksilver.
the Speedy Thor.
Yeah, Speedy Thor.
I like that Spidey's got a fucking stick or something that he's gonna hit you.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
He's about to kill Hulk because Hulk's like, ah!
I don't know in what world is that an instrument, and what would it be?
Also, Cap has 2 stars. He's got a star for each tit.
Yeah, that's normal. You fool.
Okay. Before we get into Doctor Doom, So I will say, there was casting rumors. So I've been doing these casting rumor updates every single goddamn week, right? I've been following this story hot because I know something's coming. And there were rumors that came out before the Chair-Ening, and then there are a shit ton of new things that came out post Chair-Ening, right?
Post Chair-Ening.
So, and they're 2 different worlds. The first one was that essentially the rumor came out that it's someone else said, nobody knows who Sadie Sink's playing. It was suggested that she might actually be playing Mary Jane, and now it looks like people are saying it might actually be Black Cat.
Huh.
So if she is playing Black Cat, my opinion on that, at first you're like, Sadie Sink is not a Black Cat type. You know what I mean? Like, at all. But I was going to pull out my comic. I forgot. I was so caught off guard because I forgot about this. I have a Black...
That's what I also
I'm going to pull out my famous Black Cat comic.
Yeah.
To make the point that I know a lot of people like Black Cat. I think Black Cat is one of the worst Spider-Man villains ever. And here's my reasoning. She is, in every way, shape, and form, a worse version of Catwoman, and she always has been, and she always will be. Like, it's just the fact. Catwoman is a character who goes beyond, like, the femme fatale stuff to actually get some interesting storylines. Also, her dynamic with Batman is great, because Batman is a straight-laced, non-passionate character, so when she gets to, like, flirt with him, it's actually an interesting dynamic. Peter Parker is a horny 20-year-old, so when she flirts with him, it's just like you went to the beach or something and saw two horny 20-year-olds flirt. It's not very interesting. It's not a good dynamic. People are going to be so mad at me. What are her best storylines? Tell me one iconic Black Cat storyline. I'll tell you one. When she made out with a 14-year-old Peter Parker and then vomited after she found out he was underage. I have that comic. I was going to pull it out. I won't now, but I literally have the original copy of that comic. She sucks. I don't like Black Cat. I don't like that she's got her boobs out all the time. Again, where Catwoman was like evolved and made better and got good storylines, Black Cat got none of that. She sucks. So I will say that Sadie Sink's character was described as being like very, basically like very tactical, very like I don't even know how to say this. She's like the role was described as like a determined, resourceful woman, so if they're doing it's like if they're doing a Black Cat with her, they're probably not doing the Black Cat from the comic books. They're probably going to pretty drastically change that character to be more of like another vigilante or something like that, like not the femme fatale character. That would be my guess, obviously, because Sadie Sink is not that type, also because Black Cat just sucks. So,
well, I can see them wanting to be like, well, they would want to take a different approach to it anyways, because
not make it an obvious Catwoman clone.
And hey, like I said, they've never. What you were saying earlier, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt that, but you were saying that they've never really done like a good Black Cat story. This could be their chance to finally be like, hey, let's prove our worth with this character. Let's do something different. Yeah, I think they tried to do that with PS4 Spider-Man, but it didn't really, as far as I can tell, it didn't really go anywhere.
Yeah, they do some dumb shit in the DLC, and then she has like a nothing role in the second game.
Yeah, she's not. They don't know what to do with her in that game at all.
Because there's nothing to do with her.
So my thought is Sadie Sink does not make a Black Cat type, but they might not be making Black Cat like a Black Cat type. Does that make sense? They might be changing that character, and maybe Sadie Sink fits better with that vision. You know what I mean? So that was the rumor that came out before the Chair-Ening. Post Chair-Ening, Spider-Man, Twitter, and social media obviously win. And it's good we're getting these out of the way beforehand, because I want to talk about so much in the chairs that's not the glaringly obvious lack of Spider-Man, so I get to do it here. But he wasn't in it. Tom Holland is not in a chair. There's no Tom Holland chair. So Spider-Man, Twitter, and threads and everything blew the fuck up. Everyone went, where the fuck is Spider-Man? What's going on? What are we doing? What does this mean? Blah, 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 blah. I will say, Marvel did come out and say that they didn't announce everybody, and this chair thing was really successful. So they might do another chair thing, When I mean successful, I mean like it got a ton of views and like
it got a lot of attention. It wasn't loved by everyone, but it did get a lot of attention.
Whoever was the guy who came up with that just got a pay raise at Marvel.
Absolutely.
You're a genius, man. You took a video of some chairs?
Fucking chairs!
But excusing all that, I will say, even if they are going to announce more, the fact that you didn't announce Spider-Man right away certainly makes you question, even if he is in the movie, if he even has a big role, because if he was, you think you'd be marketing the living shit out of the fact that he's in that movie.
First ones, yep.
So, So either way, Spider-Man Twitter went crazy. Some people are saying, no, he's got to be in the movie. A lot of people are saying, like, oh, no, he's got to be in the movie because why would you make an Avengers movie without Spider-Man? He's their most popular character. You know what I mean? And look, we can get into it, but I think they don't need the Spider-Man to make this movie make $1 billion. They don't need that, you know? They would be fine either way. So the rumor that came out, a couple rumors came out. One of them was that, well, it's also conflicted with older reports about the movie that he was like the lead character and he's not even in the fucking chairs or whatever, you know? So I think we need to keep in mind the fact that, and I've said this a lot, movies like Spider-Man just started casting, Avengers just started shooting. They did not have a story for Spider-Man that was ironclad like 6 months ago. They didn't. So if you have a fucking, you know, My Time to Shine, you know, rumor from a year ago that says he's the main character, maybe that was true at the time, but there's very likely that could change.
Oh, especially these movies too, with how much change they've had to deal with.
Exactly, with both of them. And these two movies have been, we also need to understand that both Doomsday and Spider-Man had their stories and their scripts being written at the same time, you know? So I'm sure that was a back and forth. I'm almost certain it was a back and forth, you know?
It had to be.
So, my first reaction when I saw he wasn't in it was that he might just not be in this movie. And the thought I had was, we've seen this before, where there was a character who was not in the first Avengers movie, had their movie come out literally a couple months later, and then their movie was set before/during the Avengers movie, and then they were a main character in the following. There's a very strong chance Spider-Man 4 is the Ant-Man and the Wasp of this story, you know?
If we're gonna have Spider-Man be a main character of Secret Wars, there you go. You know, that's...
And look, like, for example, the reason why they did that then, at the time, was because if Ant-Man and the Wasp took place after Infinity War, they wouldn't be able to market the movie. They literally would not be able to put trailers out for the movie without spoiling Infinity War, right? It would be impossible. So Spider-Man's in this. If this movie's set in Battleworld at the end, Battleworld happens, you physically cannot market. Spider-Man comes out 2 months later. If Battleworld is the ending of Doomsday, you cannot market Spider-Man 4 before Doomsday without spoiling the movie because he's going to be on Battleworld, and that's like literally every frame of the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't.
You can't wait to market it either because that's too.
You can't wait. It's 2 months.
Well, they also don't need Tom Holland if they want a Spider-Man in this movie because they've got 2 others they could use.
But they would cast his voice at the least. They would make it a priority.
I mean they've got Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield they could use.
Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha.
Those guys could be, you know, or they could be, we don't know, you know, there's a ton going on. But
if they're not in this movie, they're in Secret Wars. You know?
My thought was that he's not in these chairs. If he was in the movie or a big part of the movie, he'd be in these chairs, right? Mm-hmm. He'd have to be. So, and also, look, man, we haven't even established. Spider-Man No Way Home ends with Spider-Man completely changing his status quo. Like, it's very difficult to put him in the Avengers movie without needing to reintroduce him. You need to reintroduce him because we don't even know what his life is right now. Like, literally, that's not an established character. His whole world has changed. So I could see, obviously, you know, that would cause issues with these 2 movies. And I think a very clean solution would be the Ant-Man and the Wasp scenario. You just separate them, you know, and you do Spider-Man 4 before, you know, comes out after, but it's set, you know, the post-credit scene basically is, you know, ties into Doomsday, but the whole movie doesn't, you know, it's set before him / during. So then there was a rumor that came out that said that that's exactly what's happening. That was one of the bigger rumors. The same guy that has been talking about all the Sadie Sink shit is the same guy that said that was going to happen. And the other rumor that came out after that was, this is the big one now, was that Chameleon would be the main villain of Spider-Man 4. So, also, that doesn't mean it's a male chameleon. It could be a woman chameleon. There's no guarantee of anything. But that is now causing a new discussion, and I'm kind of shocked that this is even a debate amongst people, that, like, people are legitimately complaining, wait a minute, how lame is it to do Chameleon as the main villain when you just had No Way Home? We could have had Noel, you could have raised the stakes, and now you're going to scale down and do Chameleon? And I just had to say, yes! That's exactly what we want! We don't want to raise the scales again after No Way Home. We need a back to basics movie. We've been saying this for 4 fucking years. Why are people now being like, I actually wanted a shitty multiverse null movie? No! I know what. No! Dude, shut up. That's so stupid. Chameleon, by the way, is a great villain in the comic books. An excellent, excellent villain. And by the way, Peter Parker. He's the first main Spider-Man villain. Peter Parker doesn't have an identity right now. How thematically appropriate is it that his villain would be someone who can have many identities, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, that is a great juxtaposition. And again, you can't do a Statue of Liberty fight scene with Chameleon, but there could be Scorpion or Shocker or any number of other villains in it too, you know? Mm-hmm. If Chameleon's the villain, there's no shot this is a multiverse movie. There is no way. That would make no sense. It's probably going to be...
You could also address with Chameleon, like, he could try to steal Peter's identity and be like, you don't exist.
Yes. Nobody knows you, dude. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. You know, so to me, it's a fast... Also, there are a number of ways you could justify Chameleon in the MCU that are very interesting. It could be a Skrull. He could have that weird mask thing that Black Widow had in Winter Soldier, you know? He could be a mutant. That would be cool. Like, he could be any number of things that would be really interesting. And again, he's a great villain. The story engine with Chameleon is incredible, you know? And yeah, is it a smaller scale movie? Is it a street level movie? Yeah, that's what we fucking want. That's what we need. You need to reestablish this character in his world, you know? So I think if Chameleon's the main villain, also Chameleon, and this is like this was one of the best part of the first 2 Tom Holland movies, was that they did villains that hadn't been Spider-Man villains before in a movie. You know what I mean? And obviously Chameleon was in fucking Kraven. I don't give a fuck about that. He would never fought Spider-Man. It was in the last 10 minutes, and it looks like shit.
Yeah, nobody cares.
So Chameleon would be a new villain from the comics that we haven't seen in a Spider-Man movie before, which is great. And that was we've like forgotten that was one of the best parts of the Tom Holland movies, you know? Yep. And finally, the last straw, right? Remember all those Sony-verse ending rumors we heard about a long time ago, right? Remember all that shit? If Chameleon's the villain, it means that Sony has finally decided to let Tom Holland take back those villains and do new versions of them from the Sonyverse. So maybe that decision was made back then, that they're like, we want to put Chameleon in this movie, but we have the Sonyverse, we just put him in this other movie. Well, maybe we just stop the Sonyverse and we let Tom Holland do Chameleon, and we can finally start reclaiming some of these villains, which means that Kraven's back on the plate. It means Venom's back on the plate. It means fucking Rhino's back on the plate. Carnage. You know, like, it opens up the floodgates in the best way possible, you know? Mm-hmm. So, I don't know if Chameleon will be the villain. Maybe he'll be one villain. I don't know, but I would be so game for a Chameleon villain in Spider-Man 4. And just all I have to say to the people that are like, I wanted it to be more epic and exciting, all I have to say to you people is there are going to be 2 big-ass multiverse Avengers movies coming out at the exact same time. So shut the fuck up. You know, you're going to get Doomsday, your street-level Spider-Man 4, and the next fucking year you're going to get Spider-Man in a multiverse story. The next year, you know? Yep. Let us have...
I think that's satisfied everyone that we're going to probably have another multiverse movie with Toby and Andrew. And then just having another full story.
Not only just Toby and Andrew, but Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart.
You're getting what you wanted again, even more. So it's, you know... But I
would be surprised if they get Tom Cruise for it, finally.
Are they going to fight Null, though? That's the real question.
No, they're going to fight fucking Dr. Doom.
Yes.
I actually wanted to...
Someone's mad about that.
Were you done speaking, or do you still...
I'm pretty much exhausted, yeah.
Obviously, I think it goes without saying, I completely agree. We kind of talked about this back and forth. I remember back when, like, Far From Home came out, there was, like, the idea of, like, the guy that was the bus driver in that movie. Everyone was like, that's Chameleon. I was so fucking excited for that.
Oh, my God, yeah.
And I thought that was, like, maybe a little setup for Spider-Man 3
at the time
if they were going to have Kraven in it. So it was like, I don't know.
I remember me and Thatch had many a call about, like, theories of, like, Spider-Man 3 being Kraven is the main villain, Chameleon's the other villain, Daredevil, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Oh, man. But, yeah, I think Chameleon is a classic and fantastic choice if they stick with it. I think he could work as a main villain, and even if he's not, if he's in like a pool of other villains, like Thatch was saying, we're gonna see like maybe Scorpion. It'd be great to see Shocker again. Just do something with him. But yes, keep tackling those villains and characters that we have not gotten. And don't focus so much, unless you're retooling characters like Black Cat to making them something interesting when there's virtually nothing to do with Black Cat.
There are two big interesting things about Black Cat.
Not for story purposes. Not for story purposes.
I don't know about that.
Depends on who you ask.
I would not be opposed if Black Cat is just kind of like how Born Again is like the swordsman is a vigilante and this guy's a vigilante. I would be totally fine if they're like Black Cat is just another vigilante.
But not like a full story
because they have a lot of street villain characters, or street hero characters, street level. Jesus, they have a lot of street level characters, but Black Cat is kind of another one who would be thrown in there.
And look, they were gonna have Black Cat in the original Raimi Spider-Man 4, which is just fucking strange to think about this day.
And they were gonna do her in the Amazing Spider-Man movies.
Yep, and I don't get the fascination. Yeah. I don't get the fascination with that character, but
because she's hot.
Because she's hot.
But it serves nothing else. Sorry,
Aiden, you're not a shallow person like us. You don't.
Oh, but her dad's a criminal and she's sad about it. Yeah, everyone's fucking dad's a criminal in this.
The only time they ever made it work was in Spectacular, and it's barely.
It's like serviceable.
It's because of her dad's involvement. They actually lean into that. I think that made for like there's a heist episode or when they're going through the jailbreak that I enjoyed. So
I think I would be interested to see if like Friendly Neighborhood would ever tackle her and how that would work. I think they would do a pretty good job with her.
Yeah, just not in the movies. Just
there's one more wrinkle. I should mention this before I forget. I forgot to mention this when I was talking about this rumor. They also, this is official, part of the casting call called for a man between the ages of 30 to 50, and the character description sounded a lot like Norman Osborn. And then the other one was like a young man who's like 20s, and it could have been. I don't know if Marvel's casting Norman Osborn. I don't think it's going to be an open call to like a bunch of random actors to audition. I feel like it would be they would know who they want. They would reach out.
Way more secure of a role to.
But they did publish them both at the same time, like a Norman Osborn type and a Harry Osborn type. Kind of, they didn't call them that, but if you read it, they sound like that. So that's a possibility. If those guys are in this movie, I don't think they would be the focus. Probably if we got this chameleon crime, maybe Silver Sable, maybe a female chameleon, which by the way would be fine. Chameleon. Oh my god, Chameleon is a fairly androgynous coded character because he can switch to be any. You know what I mean? I don't think that's like, matters.
Well, you've got. I mean, maybe you can introduce Harry and Norman talking to Kingpin or something if he's still part of this movie, or like, because there was this whole like.
But how do you square the circle of them showing up after he meets multiversal Norman?
Well, I think that would be the pressure. Then Peter would be like, "Oh, fuck."
You make that the storyline, basically.
Peter would be like, "Fuck, I don't trust you because you're you're an evil man, and I've met an evil crazy goblin." And he's like, "I'm not an evil crazy goblin."
I almost killed your variant.
I think it would be like a self-fulfilling prophecy thing of like, like they would be like, maybe this Norman is actually a good guy, but Peter's suspicion of him sort of leads to a series of events that, like, I don't know.
I do like part of that element because it keeps the factors of No Way Home outside of his whole life being reset into that because of his experiences. So now he's like, what else am I fated for being Spider-Man outside of, if
Norman's the person he hates the most out of anyone. So that's automatic like tension where he's like, "Fuck, I hate you," but you're not the guy, but you are the guy. Yeah,
well, you can be vigilant of how how he interacts with them. He's like, "Well, this could go south." It's
doesn't trust his ass.
If I don't know why if they're casting Norman, they wouldn't just get Coleman Domingo from Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. He's so good. I watched him in Sing Sing, and I think that's what the movie was called, and he was fantastic in it. I don't know why you wouldn't just do that. That's so weird to me if they don't cast him as Norman Osborn. I'm going to be very annoyed.
Missed opportunity.
But maybe they would make Harry the Goblin of this universe to sort of counter that. I'm not sure. But
It's like
yeah.
Spider-Man 5 stuff, to be fair.
Yeah, we're talking way down the line.
Yeah.
Hypothetically.
But they did but watch these guys just be like a police officer and his son or something.
Yeah.
Watch it just be like nothing. You know?
Boring Man and other...
Look, man, it's a Spider-Man movie. You cannot not overthink it. So
What if,
it's,
they cast,
Yeah.
what if they cast the Do a Flip guy as Norman Osborn?
No, he's already in it, dude. Leave him alone.
He's got a
I
name.
bet you that guy's coming back. I bet you he's going to get a cameo in this movie.
Coming back.
Because Destin Daniel Cretton put him in Shang-Chi for some reason. There's no way he's not going to put him back in Spider-Man.
He's
There's
also
no
fucking-
way.
He's in No Way Home, or he's in what's it called? Friendly Neighborhood as well.
He was, yes.
Fucking weird. He just keeps showing
black.
up. It's so weird. This is a bizarre character.
From here.
Guys, it's Clem.
All right. Now
Yeah,
it's
no,
time
sorry.
to address the chairs in the room.
Yeah.
Marvel had a weird,
Daredevil.
5-hour reveal stream where they just slowly panned from director's chair to director's chair with names on them to reveal the cast of, or primary cast, I suppose, of Avengers Doomsday.
Can I tell you guys how I found out about this real quick? Because this was really funny. I saw. It relates, so calm down, young man. Okay. Hold on to your balls. Hold on to your balls. Okay. I saw a meme on Aiden's story that said a Karzani. I was like, that's weird. I don't get what that's all about. And then I saw it again on Terran's story, and I was like, this is okay. We're still doing it. And then Thatch sent me a meme of him flipping the middle finger off at Danny Ramirez, his name.
All right.
And I was like, what the fuck is this chair thing? Like, I was so confused. I'm like, what is happening?
Dude, you
That's
were always the last motherfucker to catch on.
Do you not follow the Marvel Studios Instagram
Hell
or
no.
YouTube?
Hell no.
Why?
Hell no. Because I don't want to get bombarded with that shit all the time.
Do you follow any comic book, anything, anywhere?
Hell no.
Hold on a second.
I barely follow. I follow like
check
80.
this idiot.
I follow like 80 people, dude.
You follow 95 people. You don't get bombarded with their shit all the time.
I do.
No, you don't. Instagram doesn't bombard you with anything. They
do.
hardly show me the people that I follow on my main page anymore.
Oh, interesting. They showed off the new Turtles. Okay.
Chump.
He's completely ignoring you.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
fucking chump.
care.
Anyway,
Okay.
shut up. Do you want to go in the actual reveal order? Nobody cares. Reveal order?
Oh,
Penguins.
That's okay.
Wait.
What?
Batman Returns? What?
Whoa!
What?
Let's go in reveal order, right?
Okay. So, we got Chris Hemsworth, Thor, Vanessa Kirby, Sue Storm, Anthony Mackie, Sam Wilson, Sebastian Stan, Bucky, Letitia Wright, Shuri, Black Panther, Paul Rudd, Scott Lang, Ant-Man, Wyatt Russell, John Walker, U.S. Agent. Fuck yeah. Tinoch Huerta Mejia, I think is how it's pronounced. Namor. Ebon Moss Bachrach, The Thing. Simu Liu is Shang-Chi. Florence Pugh, Lena Belova, Black Widow, Kelsey Grammer, Beast, Louis Pullman, Sentry, Danny Ramirez, The New Falcon, Joseph Quinn, Johnny Storm, David Harbour, Red Guardian, Winston Duke, M'Baku, Hannah John Kamen, Ghost, Tom Hiddleston, Loki, Patrick Stewart, Professor X, Ian McKellen, Magneto, Alan Cumming, Nightcrawler,
You win.
Rebecca Romijn. I don't know how her last name's pronounced.
Rebecca Romaine.
Romaine? That's not
Romaine.
how I would have expected that. Mystique. James Marsden, Cyclops, Channing Tatum, Gambit, Pedro Pascal, Reed Richards, and Robert Downey Jr., Dr. Doom.
Here, I'm gonna send this to the chat, okay?
Yeah, the sorted order.
Just order, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, this is pretty. It's pretty wild. There's some also, none of these characters were in the. This is so interesting. Also, basically, there's a few things. Basically, confirms most of the Thunderbolts survive.
All of them are here except for Taskmaster. Although
Who's barely in the trailers, anyways.
By the way, did you say edited
Taskmaster
out?
is.
They
What's that?
have a shot in one of the older Thunderbolts trailers. They had a shot with Taskmaster in the background. In one of the new ones, she's just edited out. So,
Interesting.
Taskmaster's just fucking dead.
I
Like,
wonder if she was actually artificially edited in for an early
And then,
trailer.
Oh, absolutely. And then they just realized, well, this is gonna.
Well, the announcement's coming out, so who cares?
That's pretty lame. I will admit that's pretty lame. That's whatever. But
I was
it's good to
convinced
start
at
with,
least David Harbour, Red Guardian, was going to die.
I thought so too.
I think it's good to start with the Thunderbolts. Okay, well, here's the other thing, right? There's a chance that they actually one of these guys does die and is not, and they're just lying.
That's true.
Yep. I don't know, but sorry, Fantastic Four all in it. Who cares? I think it's good to talk about it in this order of Thunderbolts, Avengers, and then X-Men because I think that's the most interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say I'm so happy that these Thunderbolts are back and that they're getting followed up from their movie, especially like John Walker and. It's awesome seeing that Sentry's going to be there. That's going to be really
that's
cool.
exciting. That's very
gonna be
interesting.
back. I will say, I am almost the way they're setting up the Thunderbolts is that they're like maybe by the end of the movie they're like the new Avengers that the government is working with almost. Not to be negative, I am nervous that these guys will be used as fodder like the Asgard guys in the beginning.
I hope not. Oh boy.
I hope
If anyone makes it out of that, it's gonna be maybe Sentry and Bucky, but if
Yelena
they
will
are,
probably she's not gonna die in any way.
right. I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
She's a
That they're in it, and I'm very excited. I think I'm really excited for Thunderbolts movie, honestly, and that basically means that movie's going to lead directly into Doomsday, so that's pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is exciting.
I am excited.
Don't kill off my boy. Don't do it.
Please.
I can.
Please.
Unfortunately, I hate to say it. I can
Brayden,
see him being one of the
Shut
dead
your
ones.
dirty mouth
no,
right
no,
now.
no, no,
Shut
no,
up.
no,
Shut the fuck up.
No,
Shut up,
no,
bitch.
no.
Watch them all die except John Walker.
I'd be totally okay with that.
That's a tie. Of course, there's a tie bias.
You can have Doom rip out Bucky's spine like he does Thanos in the comics, and I'd be totally fine.
It's very interesting, very cool that they're in it though, and I'm super excited to see Sentry. He's basically, if you look at it, one of the most powerful characters on this list. So pretty cool.
He'll be a heavy hitter, which is good.
Pretty fun. We're getting both Loki and Thor in this movie, which is crazy. Presumably
kinda-
it's gonna be keeper of the timelines, Loki.
Loki surprised me. I wasn't expecting that. It caught me off guard. I figured he'd have some role in like maybe Secret Wars or something, but I wasn't expecting this.
Also,
That's-
we're getting Namor and Sue Storm and Reed Richards in this movie, so there better be a love triangle.
It might be like a joke. I could see it being like he's always like a. They
He's
know
just,
that
every
we're
time he's on screen, he's like staring at Sue's ass.
I feel like there's no way there isn't at least a couple lines of like
reference.
joking.
Definitely.
Yeah,
But the MCU Namor is so like well written and so like deep, and so it's kind of just like would
And
they
also
ruin it all?
he's
But he
really
was
hot.
doing the moves. He was doing the moves on Letitia Wright in Black Panther
was.
2, and no one can convince me otherwise. There's very like intimate relationship there, and apparently they considered them like actually being a romantic thing, and they cut it last minute. So
He's a romantic guy. I can see it. You know,
he's
to
like
be
a he's
fair.
like a real Matt Murdock, if you will.
Yeah.
I'll say this: that
For the
was
fish and blue people.
well, the first time that I leaned forward in my chair was Wyatt Russell because I was so excited for Ty. The second time I leaned forward was when they revealed Namor. Namor is, say what you will. I know the actor's like done some pretty shitty things. I don't know for sure, but I've heard these things about it. So if that's the case, that sucks. But the character himself in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever is great. He's one of the best parts of that movie. I saw a clip of him again recently. He's also super powerful in that movie. He's like arguably on the same level as like Captain Marvel. You know, like
when he drops down in Wakanda and he starts fucking shit up, it's one of the coolest scenes ever.
He's flying around and kicking jets out of the sky,
throwing M'Baku in like the it's so fucking cool. When I think he punches M'Baku like in the chest and like sends him flying. It's one of the coolest fucking scenes.
Yes, and he doesn't wear any armor. He's mostly naked the whole time.
If anything, just watch his scenes. He's so good in it.
Yeah, he does wear like booty shorts. That's it.
Yep.
He does, and it's like
And he
it makes you
flies.
like, damn, this guy's not worried about getting cut at
He
all.
flies with his fucking wing feet, and it's so fucking goofy, but it's so cool.
Yes, it's pretty nuts. I was super happy that he's coming back. I think that is a great,
Great idea.
We're gonna get some great action out of him, I'm sure. So.
Yeah.
Hope he doesn't die.
So yeah, we do kind of have an idea of what Cap's Avengers team is going to look like.
I'm glad you said that. I agree. This is the first time you're right, we got an idea of that, and
This is the first time you're right.
no, you've been right all along. This is the first time we've really gotten a good. Because I've always like, who's he going to get? I was always curious, and now we kind of know.
We all gotta collectively unmute Aiden now.
Oh yeah. Sorry,
I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Whole thing. My uncle who does tattoos on my dad. I was showing some of my drawings, and last time he came to visit, he wanted me to do that's why I've been working on the bigger sketch pads, and he wanted me to mock up. That's why I was drawing a couple minutes ago, because he's like, "Yeah, do a quick sketch, do like a pose, and we'll figure it out." He wants me to do like a Spider-Man. So this is what I started with. It's a weird fucking pose, but yeah, he was like, "Yeah, do it real quick." I'm like, "All right, I'm doing something else, but I can try and do it real quick." So that's why you guys heard.
You're good, buddy. You're good.
Sorry about that. I'm here for the chair. So chairs.
Yeah.
We're Thunderbolts and starting to talk about the Avengers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we have. Yeah. So
we also talked about Fantastic Four, but that's such a footnote. Like.
Yeah.
It's.
Yeah.
Also, Robert Downey Jr. There you go.
Yeah. This gives us our first
way
sort of look
to
at the
spoil
Avengers.
Thunderbolts. Way to spoil Thunderbolts. Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody dies in that.
They're saying that. Maybe
Taskmaster.
there's a surprise death. We don't know. There's
okay.
No
We'll
idea.
see. Ty, read the Avengers that like you can exclude some of the random. I included some randos in there because I didn't know where to put them. You can take those out if you want.
Okay. So what seems like our core Avengers team is going to be Thor, Cap, Black Panther, Ant-Man, Shang-Chi, and then Falcon.
Probably Falcon. Probably
and then
Falcon.
I feel
so
like Loki
fucking
is
lame.
going to be a very core character in this as well, because he's so like universally powerful. But then also M'Baku and Namor.
They're there.
They're in that sort of category.
M'Baku's the weirdest one to announce. I was like, what? Okay.
I think
guess
he's just
there.
going to be like comedic relief, because he's really one of the few comedic relief characters in this,
Oh, yeah.
but also can still kick some ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No Wasp, which is sad. But,
No Wasp. Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah, no Wasp.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
It's an interest, and we know that there will be an Avengers team in this because we know that Sam is assembling one at the end of Captain America 4. So this is very likely will be introduced to these guys as his Avengers team.
I think it will probably be like Bucky's got his team with the Thunderbolts, that his sanctioned official, and then Sam forms his team, which is off the books.
Entry into the Thunderbolt. He's actually part of the team.
It's pretty hype. I hope so. Yeah. Which would level the playing field for the Thunderbolts really heavily, because he's gonna pull all the work.
What a unique team dynamic there. Just like power sets, because those guys.
It makes you wonder how that movie ends. Aside from
I'm curious too.
Don't kill people.
So what do we think of this Avengers team? Do we like it? Do we not care?
I mean, it's all right.
It's alright.
I'm biased because Ant-Man's there, so I'm happy about that. But
yeah, I'm happy Ant-Man's there. It's
I
good
think
to
he's
see
dead
Shang-Chi.
after
It's good
this.
to see Thor.
Yeah.
They're not gonna kill. Let's just make this very clear. They killed one person at the end of Endgame. One person. They're gonna kill maybe 2 people in this movie.
How many people did they kill at the beginning of Infinity War, though, Ty?
They didn't die. They got erased and then brought back. That's not death.
Well, they
No,
killed
no.
Loki.
Heimdall.
Beginning of Infinity
Oh,
War.
and then they undid Loki.
They did.
Heimdall did die.
Technically,
So two.
But like,
I
are we
know.
gonna
One
get,
in Infinity War, one in Endgame.
let's not say killed off, but like a casualty. Like maybe they're not going to be gone forever, but like, or they'll be reinvented or something. But like,
Or just
feel
the
like we'll get a
story
couple.
will conclude, perhaps.
right. Yeah.
For conclusions, yeah, for sure. Thor, Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, if they kill off Ant-Man, that would be the biggest move. You know.
Yeah,
Like,
I think
that
this
would
movie
certainly-
or the next movie, one of these two, will also conclude Bucky for sure.
They got to. Yeah. There's no. I love Bucky, but come on, man. He's at the end of his rope.
He's good. We don't need to see him grow old. He's good.
This
Russo-
will probably also conclude. I mean, Patrick Stewart says he's done every fucking time.
Oh yeah.
There's no. But like, what? They're probably going to reboot the X-Men.
Okay, yeah. So let's get in. We should get into that because this
Okay,
is.
can I please talk about X-Men? Please.
Okay. Go ahead.
We're all going to talk about it, but go
I
ahead.
do think I think they're probably going to be filming the X-Men stuff with Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen for both movies at the same time
Yes, yes, you're totally right.
because they're
So- So the moment when like shit hit the fan truly in this stream was when they started doing the X-Men.
Yep.
So they revealed Beast first early on, which was weird, but like
Makes
he was
sense
in the
because we already
Marvels.
know. Yeah.
He was in the Marvels, and we were just kind of like, oh, okay, I guess it makes sense he's going to be in here. Maybe he has a small role. And then I remember, because like, I don't remember who's before Patrick Stewart, but it's like a random person. It was, I think it was Loki, which was great. Loki was cool, right? But like, I didn't think the X-Men were going to follow
It's
Loki.
It's
You know?
Loki right before.
Yeah.
So Loki hits, really cool. And then I'm sitting here, and they literally just go for it. They go, "Da-na-na-na-na-na," and I was like, whoa! I was freaking out. And it was Patrick Stewart. And you're like, okay, cool. You know, we don't have a living version of Professor X, but we have seen Patrick Stewart in the MCU, you know? Cool. Yep. Like, that makes sense. You know, Beast actually references Xavier in his movie, so they'll probably have those two guys together, you know? Maybe just to introduce the Marvels or something. That was what I was thinking, right? And then Ian McKellen showed up, and I was like, what? I was like, oh my god, you know? But like, cool, we haven't seen Magneto in the MCU yet. That's cool. And then it just kept happening, right? The one that really like it clicked that we're getting a return of old X-Men was Alan Cumming as Nightcrawler. When that hit, that one was like, oh, wait a minute, we're not just gonna get like 2 or 3 X-Men for like a scene. We're getting an actual X-Men team as characters in this movie. And then Rebecca Romijn Mystique, James Marsden Cyclops, so happy.
Tom from Sonic is in this movie.
He's back. A lot of people were happy about that.
Somebody
He's
asked
getting a
him.
redemption, hopefully, man. He needs a fucking redemption after X3.
Somebody asked him if he was in like Secret Wars or something during like a Sonic interview, and he's like, "Haha, nice try."
And then there's also a Sonic interview
really
where they're asking him Sonic trivia, and he's answering everyone with an X-Men character and going, "Oops, sorry, my bad."
Oops.
That's really fun.
And then whoever voices Sonic was like, "Dude, why do you? That was a movie from 20 years ago. How do you?"
Yeah.
He's like, shut
So-
up, dude.
That's great. I mean, he was always really well cast as Cyclops, but incredibly poorly written. Like, just a total bastardization of that character. Just gets killed unceremoniously in the third movie.
Cyclops is a character that a lot of his history is poorly written, to be fair.
But he can be an amazing character. He's the cap of
X-Men 97 literally displayed that. You know, it's like firing all cylinders for his character.
And then so very happy, and I hope I'm actually really glad because Jean and Wolverine are not in this so far. Maybe Hugh Jackman is there, we're not sure. I'm actually so glad that neither of them were listed because that means there is 0% chance of any love triangle bullshit in this movie with him. He can just be Cyclops, you know. And then finally, Channing Tatum Gambit. That one was a little bit of an awkward because he's not in those old movies, but we all love him. They played the Deadpool theme, and it was really scary because I thought Ryan Reynolds' name was going to pop up, and then it was Channing Tatum. And it's either overall, you know, that means the X-Men team is Professor X, Magneto, Nightcrawler, Mystique, Cyclops, and Beast. Half of them are blue, but I think I think in terms of bringing, also none of them are from the sequel or prequel X-Men. These are all original trilogy X-Men cast members and Gambit. So I think that I think this is a great lineup. Honestly, there's a couple big omissions. I'm really glad Jean Grey's not in it because I have zero faith that any Jean Grey remnants from this old saga can be salvaged in any way. They've screwed Jean twice. I'm kind of glad she's not there. But I'm a little sad Halle Berry Storm isn't there. That's a bummer, you know. She's decent. She's also poised to be the leader of the X-Men at the end of X3, which is really weird. But she's a huge character in X3. She's like one of the main characters.
She's led them before.
Yes.
In the comics.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Kelsey Grammer, obviously Beast is the last. He's obviously there, but
But I mean, he's whatever. You know, we already know.
Right. So this is great. We're basically getting 4 teams. We're getting the Fantastic Four, the Avengers, the X-Men, and the Thunderbolts. Right. That's kind of what we want.
Yeah.
No Guardians.
Yep.
No Spider-Man. No Wanda. No Doctor Strange.
No Doctor
Yeah.
Strange.
You know.
None of the Disney Plus like characters at all, really.
So I have a theory. I'll jump back to the X-Men in a sec. I have a theory about the Disney Plus characters. I think, you know how they say, you know, MCU, basically, there was a comment on Instagram on this thing where they did like a pseudo trailer edit of it after the fact. Robert Downey Jr. commented, "Hey, is that everybody or something?" And then Marvel Studios responded with, "There's always room for more," which implies that there will be more. My theory is that those more characters are the Disney Plus characters that are going to be in this, because I think they're not trying to market this movie with Disney Plus characters because of what has happened in the past, like with the Marvels and stuff. I think that they are holding back the Disney Plus people that are in this because they don't want people to think they have to watch Disney Plus to see this movie.
I'm going to +1 your theory.
What's up?
Moon Knight, Punisher, Daredevil. Add Doctor Strange to that, you've got the Marvel Knights.
Yep. There you go.
Just saying.
So I think there's a good chance Miss Marvel or Kate Bishop or She-Hulk is in this movie, and those are the ones they haven't announced. And they don't want people. They're purposefully holding them back. That's
we
kind
know
of
they're thinking about those characters because we did see them in the concept art.
Exactly.
No Carol Danvers either. Or is that concept art for Secret Wars though? It's the problem now.
Well, we don't know. But we know that they're thinking about them.
So if they do
none of
announce
those
more
guys.
cast, I think it's more likely, more than like a Spider-Man or whatever, I think it's probably more of the Disney Plus characters and maybe Hulk. But
I'll quickly say too. Sorry, I just want to quickly mention it. Kind of no Guardians maybe makes sense because that does seem like once Battle World is a thing, that becomes a little bit more like something that the Guardians can then come into. But then again, would they even do that without like James Gunn being like, "Yeah, that's cool," you know? But I think
they don't need they don't need his permission though.
I know, but
and he didn't even really work on them in Infinity War or Endgame.
Oh, okay.
Also, the Guardians and Star-Lord at this point are not the same entity.
Yeah.
Separate.
So Star-Lord is also not in this.
Star-Lord presumably is in Secret Wars or whatever, you know, based on
But
yeah, that's also my supporting evidence about Spider-Man.
See the Guardians.
Yeah, is that he's a movie character that they're not that he's less likely to be in this because I think the extra characters are more Disney Plus characters. That was my overall thesis. Because they don't want to market.
I'll be disappointed if Carol's not in this, but at the same time, I know her movie didn't do very good. Mostly because of Marvel's fault. So we'll see.
I feel like that movie just should have been called Captain Marvel 2, but anyway.
Yeah, also they released it during the strike, so they couldn't market it.
Exactly. So I have a theory about the X-Men, right? And I want to open this to everyone. I know the initial guess is that this is going to be like a variant timeline X-Men, or the timeline from the end of the Marvels X-Men, right? But I will say, I'm going to rein you back. There is a universe out there that exists. If you watch Avengers Days of Future Past, there's a universe that ends where all of these guys are alive and together in a version of the Fox universe with Logan. The only one that isn't there is Gambit, But Gambit is not in those original movies, so you could very easily just be like, yeah, Channing Tatum was Gambit all along in that timeline, you know? So there's a chance that these X-Men are the ones from the end of Days of Future Past, like a couple years down, or they could be a variant timeline, or they could be the timeline from the Marvels, or that timeline from the Marvels is just this Fox timeline I'm talking about right now, because it does look like it. If you look at the X store, it looks like the Fox X store, you know? So
I would, I would say that, like, it'd be nice and clean if they say it's that timeline is the Marvels, is also, like, Deadpool's main timeline.
Yes. You're right. That's a super clean way to do it. Yeah.
I think it's time I need to watch some of these movies because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh, God.
So the timelines, you're not even if you watched them. I actually just watched all three of the trilogy last night because I was working on a project with it.
Kind of had to be there to get it.
It's
so
confusing. That's a really good way.
Everyone says Days of Future Past, so maybe I'll watch the new ones. Doesn't it start with what's it called? The plane one?
No, you can't say that because Days of Future Past is both is
both
two halves.
Yeah.
It's the old ones.
No,
and
I'm saying whatever.
And, the new ones aren't going to be in this, and also aren't good.
Well,
yeah, they're I agree. I tried to rewatch First Class because everyone says it's excellent. It's not bad, but I genuinely think it's really uninteresting. Like that movie's kind of, in my opinion,
I like it, but it is boring. It's not worth a rewatch.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. The only one of these I've ever seen was fucking Logan and Dark Phoenix. So I no, Dark Phoenix was abysmal.
Brayden, if you want to, there's a way where if you want to watch these movies for Doomsday, right? If that's your like thinking, you could watch X1, 2, and 3 and Days of Future Past, and it would be a little confusing. But I will say Days of Future Past is told from Logan, from the X-Men trilogy's perspective, going back in time. So, and then that movie again ends with that like clean universe where all of the original cast are alive and together.
Yes.
So that would be the way to do it, is to treat Days of Future Past like X4 and not watch any of the new ones. I think that would serve you best, probably.
Okay.
I would look at it like X1, 2, 3, Days of Future Past, then do Deadpool, then Logan, then Deadpool 2.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That works. And there will still be little things wrong with it, because there always are with these X-Men movies.
Yeah. But if you ignore like Origins and the Wolverine, at least you'll have a bit of a cleaner experience.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I always assumed it was X1, 2, 3, and then I always assumed First Class was a prequel. That's what I thought, but I guess
It is.
not.
It was
It is
supposed to be.
Well, it's supposed to be a prequel, but it's like
A reboot, kind of.
Just don't touch it. Just don't touch it.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Frankly, it's technically cleaner and easier if you look at it like, if you, instead of Days of Future Past being them traveling back in time, if you look at it like two timelines converging, it's honestly easier to look at it that way, and then they continue in opposite direction. That's like the easier way to look at it.
Because that's why I said Logan after Deadpool, because I would say Deadpool follows the happy timeline, and then Logan follows the Days of Future Past sad timeline.
Yes,
that's kind of how it works.
Yes. Okay. So it's weird, but either way, that could be what we're looking at. I think it would be cool if they did try to make it the same guys from the old ones, just because they have a built-in history.
Yeah.
I don't think they have to, but I think it'd make it easier. You know what I mean? Like, it would give you a shorthand with the characters versus an introduction and a refresh, I think, which would be nice.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even have to get explicit with it, but you do have the freedom to make references like they did with Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire.
Yes.
Well,
you can reference the Statue of Liberty, when they fight on that. You could reference anything from X2. Like, if this is it would be really clean if this Alan Cumming is the same one from X2. Like, that's a very clean connection, So, yeah.
I was saying,
and then that works. That works too, because Jean... Oh, no, it doesn't work. Jean is alive at that happy timeline. I don't know where she is. I don't know where she would be here.
She just doesn't be there.
Just don't forget her. Yeah.
She's in space or something.
Yeah.
She's wherever
She's
Storm
coming.
is, you know.
I mean, if again you could throw in Secret Wars, give her Phoenix powers. I don't know, whatever. Do what you want with
I
that.
mean, yeah, at that point you're
Her
gonna need
Phoenix
it.
is awful. Her Phoenix is
Is it okay?
it's the most
How
frustrating.
hard is
story.
it to give people fucking big Firebird powers, man?
There's no firepower.
No.
Yes.
They're kind of. They're kind of.
No, not in X3. They're not. There's no firepower.
I mean, she
Gotcha.
burns Wolverine, but it's not fire. It just is like she's burning him by her force of presence.
Yeah, it's more telepathy based than fire based in the X3.
Okay.
But they just illustrate it as burning.
Yes, yeah. But they
Anyway.
definitely explain it pretty clearly as telepathy frequently.
Yes, yeah.
And she certainly doesn't turn into a big firebird or shoot
No.
fire at like, a guy, you know.
She. I'm just gonna say, this will most likely be the final time we ever see Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen. That's pretty great. That's one hell of a way to go out.
They are the best parts of those movies all the time. In every
So
movie,
here.
they're great.
So like this is and they technically started the MCU. So look at that. It's coming
Yep.
full circle, basically. Yeah,
So-
it's debatable. We haven't seen fucking old Howard show up yet, so
I have an overall theory about these two movies. Looking at when I organized the list, and then I read a comment by fucking the short grumpy Russo. Forgot his name. The one nobody likes.
There's Grumpy and then there's Sleepy. My favorite.
There's Grumpy who's talking about AI and stuff, and then there's the one that doesn't talk, who everyone hopes is actually secretly cool.
Because the one who doesn't talk is he the guy with glasses? Is that
Yes.
what you're talking about? Okay,
Yes, yes.
I think it's Joe.
Anthony. That's Anthony.
That's Anthony. Okay, all right. See, we don't even fucking know. Aiden knows.
Yeah.
But-
Joe is the one that won't shut the fuck up. And anyway, Joe said in an interview, he said, for Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, we told an ending story. Secret Wars and Doomsday is a beginning story. That's his exact quote.
Yeah, it's a reboot.
Now I will say,
It's a reboot.
well, hold on. Michael Waldron has also said they're never going to flat reboot the MCU. They're never going to hardcore reset it, is what he said.
I don't believe that.
I don't think it's going to be... I just don't think you can.
You're
You
gonna
know-
age out of all your characters.
Well, I think it'll be like half and half. I think it'll be like some
we'll let
say
people
some.
age out.
Like they're not going to reboot Daredevil in the middle of right
I think,
after season 2.
I think what they mean is like they've never rebooted the Marvel Comics universe, but Reed Richards has remade it from the ground up several times.
No, because what he said was his specific phrasing was, "We're not going to ever hard reboot it because there are too many characters and storylines that we have right now that people still like. We don't want to abandon them after," is what he said. So
Yeah.
to me, that reads like Miss Marvel, Spider-Man, Daredevil, Punisher, whatever. Those guys are going to stick around, and then other characters are going to change. Something like that. I think is probably what's going to happen, or something along those lines. But anyway, certainly a recreation. Like I think in a way, like they would reset their history in some way for some characters. Like a retroactive change. Does that make sense? So. Maybe Tom Holland's Spider-Man, maybe he never met Tony Stark. And so most of his movies still count, but the Tony Stark stuff doesn't, or something. Not that that's literally what would happen, but something along those lines, right?
Yeah.
Either way, my theory looking at this was they went out of the way to bring in all the X-Men, essentially not all, but a complete X-Men team. This is a complete team of X-Men, the Fantastic Four, the Avengers, and the Thunderbolts, and Spider-Man is probably going to be in Secret Wars and Spider-Man 4, I wonder if this story is going to serve as a meta commentary of, like, about the fact that Marvel and the MCU has been segmented for a long time, and the idea they're going to go for is, in the universe, we're merging the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, and the Avengers and Spider-Man finally, but emotionally for the audience, we're telling a story about how those worlds have always been forced to be separate by legalese, and going forward we're going to have a unified MCU where all of those characters can coexist, can commingle, and we're acknowledging that they've existed in different worlds up until this point. Like in universe, they've literally existed in different planes, and now we're finally going to have the theme, the note at the end of Secret Wars is going to be, welcome to the new unified Marvel universe where everyone's together and we can finally not have legal stuff separating our worlds anymore. Like the X-Men are here, the Fantastic Four are here. Even if I don't think it's going to be the same X-Men, by the way. I'm not saying they're going to introduce them. I'm just saying the idea of like X-Men now exist in the MCU. The Fantastic Four now exist, you know? And I wonder if that's why we look at this and we literally see the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, which are notoriously the most segregated characters, you know, in film, you know? So, in using the old films is their way of like acknowledging this like separation, I guess.
Yeah. Well, and also all three of these groups are already in universe confirmed to exist in separate realities.
Exactly. Yes. And that like they could even go back. I don't know if they will, but if they wanted to, they could make like the Beyonder or Doom or someone be like, you know, the whole sacred timeline thing. Maybe these heroes, you know, thousands of years ago, someone separated them on different timelines so that they could never all be, you know, strong enough or something. I don't know. And now we're able to something like that. You know, just using the multiverse to tell a story about Marvel film, I guess, is my overall thesis. You know,
the one above all, AI Stan Lee says, "Yeah, I sold all of you to different companies a long time ago."
Long time ago, yeah.
They do scary fucking Peter Cushing CGI on him. He looks...
I mean, but that would be an exciting note to be like, you know, welcome to the finally a proper Marvel universe,
like an actual Marvel 616 level. Yeah.
Yes. So, and that's where like I think that like some characters will stay and some will change. You know, like you can't do that and not have Iron Man. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that and not have a proper Hulk or a proper this or that, you know? Yeah. So, you know, but...
I agree with you wholeheartedly, and I respect your opinion, but now I have this fucking mental image of a fucking Beyonder who's just CGI'd young Stan Lee, and I'm like, they would never do that, but I'm like...
They might, though!
They could! Dude, the Russos are weird. I'm telling you, they are weird with their like storytelling.
Yeah,
you know,
there's a reason why most of their movies are.
We already got that in Stan Lee's cameo in Endgame, where he's like, "Yeah, make peace, not war."
No, I'm saying like young, like baby face Stan Lee. Yeah, we're talking first appearance Stan Lee.
No, but I'm talking like you know, Rogue One. Rise of Skywalker, you know, CG face recreation.
Oh yeah. I'm already imagining it, and I'm scared they're gonna do it now.
Also, Champions is writing right now. They actually have a writer now on Champions, so that will come out after Secret Wars, presumably.
Fucking Champions.
So we're gonna have. But you know what I like about this? The MCU has always been. The MCU has always been the Avengers are the only superhero team and they're the center of the universe. And I like that with the Thunderbolts and maybe the Champions and the Defenders now, you know what I mean? And they're acknowledging that that's not how the Marvel Comics world has... They do not revolve around the Avengers in the comics. There are several superhero teams that exist, you know?
And the Avengers were enough to defeat Thanos, the biggest threat at that time. So now they need to...
Alone.
Not alone. No, they needed everyone. They needed Spider-Man. They needed the Guardians of the Galaxy. You know?
Yeah, but they were the Avengers technically. Okay.
No. I hate that so much.
I called them the Avengers. There's the Avengers.
We're gonna be stuck with these movies being called Avengers for the rest of time, but they really need to abandon it as the main crossover name because it's so it's like not accurate. Like. Why are we calling the Marvel crossover... Like, Secret Wars is not called Avengers Secret Wars in the comics. It's called fucking Marvel Superhero Secret Wars. You know? We're stuck with it because of the movies and Disney. Yeah. God, I wish we could move on.
Because Avengers is a $1 billion franchise.
Yep. 1,000,000%.
We're never going to get past it.
It would be such a fucking Chad move.
Especially if this movie makes $1 billion.
If they drop the Avengers out of Secret Wars, that would be the biggest fucking flex of all time.
It would be a big flex, but they won't.
Yeah, they change it to Justice League Secret Wars.
we're stuck with Avengers being.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
$1 billion, man. $1 billion.
Yes. But I like seeing these teams, and I like that they're not vague. Like in Infinity War, it worked, but they're like random groups of people, of Avengers. It's like Black Panthers with the Wakandans and Iron Man's with the. This is like no fucker. Thunderbolts, the Avengers, the X-Men. It's like it's very like simple.
It's very cut and dry. The only ones that are a little like there's like Namor and like Loki. Those are like really the only ones that are a little bit like. Where the hell do they belong?
And M'Baku.
Oh well, yeah. He's just chilling with Shuri the whole time.
He's just Shuri's +1.
Yeah, he's just sitting there like, I'm just here. I want to go home. Yeah.
Also, like Vision ought to be in this movie, right?
No, he's in fucking Secret Wars. He's chilling on the couch.
He's on a quest to find his wife or something.
Yeah, he's chilling on a couch with Peter Quill right now. That's what he's doing.
So we'll see, man, what happens.
Maybe there'll be a post-credit scene, and then like him and his 2 boys are on a journey to find Wanda.
There you go. That'd be fun.
Peter Quill's there too.
They're going down the yellow brick road.
Peter's just like, yeah, I'm here.
He's like, I'm here. I got nothing going on.
I do have a last question. First of all, actually, before I ask my last question, Aiden, do you have any thoughts? I've been talking my ass off, and you've been over there quiet.
Yeah, I do. But to be very redundant, so I don't really want to.
You guys are the same person. So,
well, yes and no. Yeah, look, man. This has been that announcement was like the most polarizing thing. I've
very successful.
Braden, let him talk. Fuck.
Well, what?
I said, Braden, let him talk.
Oh, that's all right. It's all good. He's
He's running away.
He's gone. Yeah, man, I got a lot of different ideas and thoughts and theories of how they're going to include, especially with the X-Men, but like they were very careful of how they were cast, and I'm just like, there's so many questions that I have revolving of what's this story really going to be? Are we really going to see what was based on the lead concept art we were talking about just a few weeks ago, even though we really saw nobody from that in the casting? So it's like, and yes, like that was mentioning about the additional casting might just be people from Disney Plus, those characters. So I'm like, wow. I mean, it by the sheer factor of having the Avengers and X-Men in a movie together is, to me, one of the coolest things ever.
Fantastic Four as well. Don't forget them.
And Fantastic Four. I cannot remiss them. Yeah. Talk about the 3 powerhouses of Marvel in one movie. The Avengers is not like what we have for a mock-up team right now is kind of But having the F4 with, the X-Men, it's just like, wow, what an idea. There's so many different things I want to say, but it's like I said, it would just be redundant. But I don't want them. I don't know. I don't know. I'm very concerned in many ways. There's a lot of big swings going around, and if they miss, man, it's all gonna fall apart. These 2 movies are banking on the rest of the reputation, because from here on out, there is no going back. It's a really. I was very surprised by seeing more of the X-Men announced. Like, it started with Kelsey Grammer's Beast. Seeing the rest of them, because we all kind of thought that when we got Deadpool Wolverine, that was kind of like the bookends of the Fox universe, and we get some.
And it bookended the Fox universe like 4 times.
It's like, okay, one last
I had a
hurrah,
feeling
right?
they were setting up something with that post-credit scene in the Marvels, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but like, I really didn't take it into real consideration because they've done so many post-credit scenes that have led to nowhere up to this point. But we've waited throughout time. When I saw Kelsey Grammer, I'm like, oh, they're gonna follow up on that. I'm like, well, it might be different. So, I'm incredibly excited, but yes, I'm extremely cautious at the same time. It is weird not having having Spider-Man in Avengers movie now, but look, if you're having Spider-Man 4 coming 2 months later, and like that was saying, it's going to be bridging that gap between the 2 Avengers films. If that's the Gapper film, that's the best character you can ever mock up to have. So, and that just makes his role in Secret Wars all the more substantial. But I'm glad that it will give more time to these other characters of the roster that we already have already. But
Yes, and you're right. Everything you're saying is correct. Also, in terms of if something happens to these characters at the end of this movie, like in Infinity War, where half of them got erased, or let's say they get Doom mind controlled or whatever, then Spider-Man is the savior character who did not get affected by that change. He's the one that gets to go into Secret Wars when everyone else is compromised and set things straight.
Yes, and I agree with your point earlier that you made about how we really we need to know Spider-Man's placement, because last time we saw him, he started over again. So we really need to see that story, get back to him, and then like, okay, now he can play with his friends because we got him figured out, you know. But it is blowing my mind. Like I look at my shelf, I'm like, wow, the majority of these characters, like I have Loki, Doctor Doom, and Magneto next to each other, and that was it's just like normal display. But I'm like, those guys are being movie together this year. That's insane. You know, I'm like, I can't try to wrap my head around it. But
and two of those three are going to be good guys.
Yes. Yeah. So, yeah.
If there is a single scene of a conversation between fucking Magneto and Doctor Doom, I'm gonna shit blood, dude. That would be so fucking cool.
I'm telling you, man. Yeah, and Ian McKellen, I'm imagining him as soon as that was the casting that really made me fucking just implode. That was the one where I was like, oh my god, we are going there, you know?
I'm surprised he agreed to it, honestly.
I am too, because
he hates green screen.
Yeah, look at The Hobbit when he worked on that.
Yeah.
It's
when he broke down.
Yeah, it's
I can't take this shit no more.
Oh, but I don't know. Maybe they did something for him here. We'll see.
They made unique sets just for him.
Well,
I know.
They consider for.
Didn't they say specific? Didn't the Russos? I don't want to ruin your point here, but because I'm coming in mid conversation. But didn't the Russos specifically say that they were like filming inside rooms and shit so that they could avoid leaks, something like that?
They're filming inside the warehouses of the studio.
Yeah,
there's
gonna be a lot of green screen. There's gonna be a lot of stuff like that. So.
Well, I don't even know if they mentioned about using volume technology, but I know that the Russos love to play with all that shit. So.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if the movie's set predominantly indoors, they don't have to do that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. If you got to go out to film it, I don't. Yeah, it's pretty obvious. It speaks for itself.
You gotta go film it. You go film it, man.
Yeah. Hearing I'm so excited that Ian Cummins coming back as well. I just want to mention because Nightcrawler is I think outside of Gambit and Cyclops and Wolverine, like my favorite X-Man. He is just fucking awesome. I do. I love Kurt. And Magneto is one of the best Marvel villains and just tremendous presence. And Sir Ian McKellen coming back, I cannot believe it. So that you're gonna have the presence of him and Doctor Doom in the same movie. I just can't. I'm sorry. I can't get over that. That I can't fathom that. I really can't. That's so awesome. But I'm just thinking it the whole time and seeing this announcement. I'm like, oh my god, this is it's fucking Secret Wars comic. That's all I'm just thinking the whole time because you have basically everybody there, almost. But yeah, I miss not having Spider-Man and not hearing Doctor Strange is going to be in it. But it's all right, especially Doctor Strange. I'm like, shit, man. He's got to be the new Avengers team. Why?
I really hope that these X-Men, this cast, is still in Secret Wars as characters, you know? Maybe they'll be the main characters. I really don't want it to be we get them in this movie and then they all die and we abandon them in the next movie.
No.
Well, especially because in the next movie you're getting Deadpool and you're getting Wolverine, and I want to see them with these people.
Yes. Yeah. That's the whole.
Whole Wolverine has so much connection.
That Wolverine reuniting with everybody else. Oh my god!
Defeat the whole purpose of having them there if you don't do that. You know. Yeah.
And you're right. They serve the X-Men. Serve a massive pillar of the Secret Wars comic. Now, obviously, these guys are not going to go after these movies, but you're right. All the characters are there that are in the comics for the most part. Treat them like characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Use them.
Yeah.
You know?
And then if you get to send all these X-Men home with the sad, lonely Wolverine from Deadpool 3 and they get an actual happy ending, amazing.
Well, that's also what I noticed, right? They didn't do anything with Nightcrawler after X2. They killed Mystique off in it it was the dumbest way they could have killed off her character. You know, they didn't have any important story. They just killed her off, and they're like, all right, she's nothing. We'll put her to the side.
They didn't kill her off. They her, and she's a human.
Yes, I'm sorry. Well, I'm thinking in my head.
They basically killed her off. Yes.
Yeah, they killed her off in a different way. Sorry, X-Men timelines never make sense.
Yeah, it's very
confusing. Having
the
mutant gene. Yeah. But yeah, obviously James Marsden's Cyclops is like the focal point of all of it. He deserves that redemption the most, man. He's just been batted to the side. This is X3 did so. Oh, it's a favorite character. I give a shit about him. Anyway, I think that's all I really can muster up at the moment. So I'm just spitballing.
Well, it's crazy how much these chairs got us talking. You know.
Well, that was going to be my final question. Are you guys more excited for this movie post Chair-Ening than you were before?
Yes.
Yeah, just because we know who's going to be it. But I would have been equally excited had they just announced the cast.
Yeah. Right.
I didn't
need
a 5-hour
way.
chair stream.
You know, it's kind of.
I think we needed a 5-hour chair stream because that led us to.
I mean, it could have been a 5-minute chair stream.
Okay, I didn't need a 5-minute chair live stream to get excited, but clearly the rest of the fucking internet did. So
yeah. I think it's been a slow trick out with the concept art. You know, even if it's not real, whatever. That got some hype. That did get people talking.
It just might not be happening.
Right.
They could be. Maybe it was a fake. Maybe it was a mislead. I don't know.
Man,
there's some evil theories going on out there.
No, not fake. Sorry, but like it. Marvel intentionally leaking it to throw us off for something.
Yeah,
an evil leak. And if an evil leak, a dark leak.
Dark Brandon orchestrated it all.
I feel like
this is dark web.
Yeah, I feel like they were just trying to generate hype.
They were trolling. But but then now this comes out, and you know it gets people talking. If it was just a list of names on a whatever, which I mean, okay, I know it's a list of names. Hear me out. But like, if it was just post like a Twitter thing, I don't think the hype would be nearly. I mean, I think the hype would be there, but this, everyone's talking about it. Everyone's talking about the damn chairs. You know, everyone's memeing on it.
I think we will get more.
Normal casting announcements happen all the time, and people get hyped. So.
Yeah, but what about the chairs?
But here's the thing. Here's the difference, right? Here's the difference. If they did send out the cast via a blurb, just quickly, like a Variety article, people would have talked about it for an hour and then would have moved on. Because of the 5-hour stream, it was a conversation throughout the entire day. They were able to take a whole day and keep people's attention. You know, it's still dumb, but it fucking works.
It's dumb, but it works. Yeah. Actually, the reason why it was 5 hours is because they were waiting for Robert Downey Jr.'s plane to land so that he could get there.
Yeah, there's no way he sat in that chair for 5 hours.
Well, no, he walks up at the end. He walks out of frame and he sits down into his chair.
I assume it was just like a 30-second video that they took panning across each chair, and then they freeze frame on each one for an hour.
They really did just have a guy standing there going.
I would have loved it if I could hear a guy breathing like.
He's like checking his phone. He's going on TikTok.
The camera starts to shake a little bit. Like my arms are so tired.
This generated more social impact and discussion and overall everything than the Deadpool 3 trailer did. Like that's crazy. That was So I think we'll get more chairs. Is what I'm saying.
Yep.
I would like more chairs.
That's the future of announcements.
I don't know, man. It was kind of fun. Like, yes, the way throughout the day, just, what the fuck? We're waiting. Here's a move. But it was fun to like check on my phone and like, all right, who do we get now?
My favorite, my favorite thing was all the people being like, "Well, I have to sit here for 5 hours and watch the chairs." It's like it just showed.
You all fucking did.
Well, I was gonna say a lot of you guys are not doing much with your life. Then,
yeah,
you're
gonna fucking.
I was editing a website portfolio with my partner for the whole day. Literally, I've been doing that for a week straight. It's been horrible. It's been 10 hours a day. This was perfect for me. I put it on and I edited it, and they started playing.
I was working, so I didn't even know this was happening. So I was
I was asleep. I was snoozing.
Yeah. so like people should mostly have better things to do than bitch about the chairs online. It's like, well, why did you fucking watch all of it then, you weirdo? I don't know. Is that all we have to say about the chairs?
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah, we
Sorry.
should move on because we have 2 episodes of fucking Daredevil to talk about.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's not the end of the episode, folks. There's more.
I feel like
mean, bring
episode
it
5
up,
should be relatively quick because it's a very simple
Yeah.
episode.
I think so too. Not as much happens, so you don't have to do an entire recap.
Hey, what did you think of episode 5 of Daredevil?
Yeah, what'd you think?
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah.
I loved it. I think it's one of the best episodes in the whole season. Is a simple. It felt like a single issue comic, basically of on its own. Like this, it's still within the realm of like an ongoing storyline, but we don't see enough, especially with MCU content. It's just a simple, full-fledged bank robbery, and you see with a character like Daredevil and how he's trying to keep his identity hidden, but he does a fucking piss poor job because he just like in front of Kamala's dad is just like straight up walking around like he can clearly he's able to move around somehow without being blind. No, I thought it was really well written, really well paced. I thought like even the tension at points was just excellent all around. I really enjoyed it. Matt has some great lines in this episode too. I thought he really played it like just well.
Sleepy guy. Aw. You liked it?
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
I liked it too. It was everything.
I appreciated all the Kamala references. It was very cute.
Yeah, it was nicely placed, because you're like, sometimes how's that gonna work without feeling it's forced, but it worked.
This is the kind of shit I love. A Marvel guy walks into a building that another Marvel guy happens to be in, and they have no idea who either of each other are, and they just casually talk. That's what I'm talking about. That's some Peter Parker Google Maps the storm shit right there, and I love that. I need more of that.
Gave me some Last Airbender vibes when he picks up the look. This is her. There's the custom Funko Pop. Oh,
yeah,
you can't tell.
Yeah.
Dude,
there were some times I'm like,
microaggressions against his blindness all season.
Yeah, he keeps forgetting he's blind. I'm like,
because you would. He doesn't move like he's blind.
Well, he wears the glasses, so you can't.
That's a visual reminder of like, hey, I can't see.
Yes. But like, if you saw his eyes doing the like side thing that he does when he talks, where he doesn't make eye contact, that Charlie Cox does, then you'd probably be like, "Oh yeah, he's blind,"
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah. When I got back into the show, like episode 1, I actually forgot that everyone else could see.
Huh?
Yeah, there's a scene where Kingpin is like talking to people and Vanessa's like off to the side, and I was like, "Oh right, he can see her watching him."
All right, that's like fucking me. That's something I would do.
Bro, what? Are you okay? Is bro okay?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird because I was like, "Oh yeah, no, yeah, Matt can't see anything," and then because there's so many shots of him like. And then it zooms into something, or whatever, and like shows his ears or whatever. I was like, yeah, he doesn't see this, and it's like, oh yeah, no, everybody else can see though.
Yeah. That's the twist. Everyone in the show is actually blind. That's crazy. Daredevil blind again.
No, it's a great episode. It's very simple. You get a fun bank robbery with some campy ass Irish douchebags.
Oh yeah,
they're great.
Very
great.
simple plot.
They were great. I
love the villain. I thought he was a perfect villain. He's not he's not. They never do anything.
I like how it's not really connected to the greater. Like those guys were not connected so much.
Weren't they? I thought they were connected. Yeah, they were. They're connected to the whole.
To steal the gem so that the tracksuit guy could pay the debt for Fisk.
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't hear that.
They specifically wanted. Okay. That's why at the end he goes to Fisk and is like, "I'm not paying that," because he didn't get his gem that he needed.
Okay. Okay.
He wanted
I don't think I saw that.
Beautiful topaz.
It's not explicit. It's just kind of like subtle.
Okay.
I did have the conscious thought that plot line is the worst one in the entire season. Not to be mean, but the whole like toll paying plot with the crime bosses going to the territory plot is the worst plot in the season. So I don't blame.
I don't think it's bad.
You're gonna pay him the 1.8. In fact, make it 2.8.
Why don't you?
It's hard to track, and I don't remember any of these fuckers' names.
Yeah.
So I get
You
every
don't
time they talk
care.
about it.
Because they've never.
Right.
Yeah. Their names
It's
are
like
they're such a footnote.
You care more about the Daredevil season 1 guys, and they're not even that exciting. Like they're like those guys are all
fucking ninja.
yeah.
No, I'm sad. I think they should have made the mob bosses like characters more.
Silvermane,
more quirky characters, more involved.
Yes.
Throwing a Silvermane.
Like, you want an eye patch?
No.
No,
Let's
don't
get
do
fucking
that.
Hammerhead, yo.
Yeah.
He's like, no, don't do that.
I'm saying
Silvermane was already referenced in Spider-Man. Well, a deleted scene for Spider-Man.
yeah.
So yeah, we could have had him. Could have had Hammerhead.
Aiden just hates
Could get all sorts of crime bosses.
I have a Silvermane fan.
I wish they did. They could have had the Rose. What the
What do you
fuck?
guys think?
The Rose. Get the Rose.
You guys already talked
Kingpin's
about.
son or something.
Yeah, but we don't even know that right now. Like,
No,
just make
I
him a
don't-
crime boss.
Yeah, but we don't need to think about that.
Yeah, we don't know that.
What do you?
Mask? You're not gonna know. Like, he's just gonna.
You guys talk
Yeah,
about?
you think he's fucking? You think he's Zemo?
Her previous marriage.
Did you guys talk my previous bride?
When I was a boy.
Have you guys, when I was a boy, I had a bride. Did you guys talk about Kamala's dad already? What did you guys think about
We
about
did,
him?
yeah. It was good. We like that he's in it, and we like the Kamala references.
He's talking about his fucking Funko Pop, which is so funny.
Yeah.
It was. I agree with everything that Ty said. I like how casual the conversation was. The only time I didn't like it was when he goes, "This is like the time I bought a piggy bank for Kamala," and I just wish he would have said, "This is like the time I bought my daughter a piggy bank."
Right.
But because she's a Marvel character, they have to say her first name in that scene.
Right.
You know, and I know he told Matt her name. He did, but if someone tells me their daughter's name in a conversation.
He also fucking custom ordered a Funko Pop of his daughter's superhero identity. He's like obsessed with his daughter, and he's like so proud of her. So he's gonna brag about her to everybody.
It just felt like it's like when I heard the line, I was like, this is like I bought a piggy bank for my daughter Kamala, and then like a copyright signal, Miss Marvel of Marvel. Like, that's like
in the subtititles it says when I bought for my daughter Marvel's Kamala.
Give me only on Disney Plus.
Do you ever think that conversation where he's like, you should come over for dinner? Do you ever think that's gonna be followed up ever in a million years?
No, I don't think it's gonna be followed up, but I assume it did happen off screen.
Probably, yeah.
And he already said Kamala's on like the other coast in California, so I assume he just had dinner with her parents.
Yeah,
I like that Matt is just crashing people's family dinners.
Yeah,
such a nice guy. Everyone loves him. He's just such a nice guy. He just comes in and like, hey, come have family.
She-Hulk invites him to her next family reunion, and he invites Kamala's family.
A big cookout.
Yeah,
and he can't see any of them. He doesn't know what. He never got to see Scar's whack ass haircut.
By the way, he's gonna be blind during that.
By the way, he can't see.
No, I just wanted to bring up the fact that he never saw how bad Scar was.
Yeah, he's spared. He's spared the pain.
Fucking
so great.
Funny.
Such an out of pocket thing to say.
I love the episode. I thought it was great. I'm not gonna say this because this is gonna be really cringy, but you know what? It was a great episode. I really liked it. It felt very nostalgic.
Say what you were gonna say, coward.
Say it.
All right. Okay. It reminds me of one of my favorite Brooklyn Nine-Nine episodes where it's
He froze. He froze.
Wow.
Wow. Hit me right in the soul. Hit me right in the heart.
All right, you froze, Brayden. So for us,
froze?
it went.
Yeah.
You froze.
You guys all went silent. So I was like, "Are you guys really listening?" I was like, "What happened?" And then I hear you laughing. I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Well, here's what happened for
No,
me.
you froze.
You were like,
Yeah.
and then you were sitting here, and we could hear your voice without your lips moving.
Oh, for me, you just froze, and it literally went. This reminds me of one of my favorite Brooklyn Nine-Nine episodes. That's what happened.
And then it froze.
That's basically.
And then it
That's
like
basically
you
what I
zoomed
said.
through, and I heard your a little bit of your own.
little bit?
It was so strange.
All I said was it felt very nostalgic and it hit me right in the soul. It made this episode feel much more personal than I think it probably should have, which is weird. I know bank robbery is not the most like specific thing ever, but I don't know, just the way the episode.
Yeah, I mean
played
there
out.
are whole movies based on what this episode covered.
Oh yeah,
in 40 minutes.
100%. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I would love if Marvel did special presentations of every Marvel hero getting caught in the middle of a bank robbery and they just
And how they handle it.
Yes, yeah.
Fucking
That'd be
Danny
fun.
Rand just
That would be
punches
fun.
people and complains about shit.
Danny Rand says, he stands up and says, I will not sit down. I am the immortal Iron Fist.
Danny Rand would
Shot
go
in
up
the
and be
head.
like, I'm the immortal Iron Fist. I'll just give you the money. I'm rich. And you just give the bank robbers the money and they'd leave. Like that.
No, it would be like,
It-
he'd be like, you want to get shot? And then he goes, he glows his hand and he punches the bullet in slow motion.
and it's really cool.
Yeah, you watch it go.
That is cool. But I mean, let's be honest here. It was probably for the best that they put out 2 episodes this week, because you were gonna watch that episode and be like, "Hey, it's pretty good. I liked it."
Mhm.
But you kind of needed that next episode to be like the "oh fuck" episode.
Excessive force.
It was a good
Yep.
call.
It was
It was
yeah.
right.
Oh, episode
I'm glad they're
66.
getting wise for that. They've made that mistake of doing this shit before where they don't catch on the fact that it's, and I'm glad that they're like, no, let's anticipate the problem.
Let's play it. Let's do this right.
Yes, yeah.
Same. They made the exact same call with the first 2 episodes. It was a great idea. So,
Yeah.
because
So, I'll quickly recap because this one has a lot that happens. We open with bodies being discovered. It's the Fisk's people catch on that there is a serial killer who is kidnapping people. There's been missing persons reports, which we've heard about a few times throughout the season. And he's mixing blood into his paint, and then he's like sealing it with like acrylic or something like that. Epoxy. That's right. And then also tracksuit guy comes and he's like, "Hey," swinging his dick around. I was just waiting for Kingpin to start punching his skull in his office.
That conversation is so fucking weird because it's just them constantly trying to one up each other, and neither of them are scared. So it's just like,
yeah,
just like,
they're both assholes.
he's like, "You're not the boss no more," and he's like, I will do things, and he's like, "Yeah, well, you're not the boss." Like it doesn't feel like he gives a fuck about him at all.
And then
Until the
Kingpin
end,
gives him
maybe.
his little pin.
Yeah, he's like, "You will pay this man $2 million."
Yeah, and then Heather tells Matt to give up his clients. Try to give her some vigilantes.
Real quick, I like that because it, while not specifically, it implies that the world at least knows Matt Murdock represented Spider-Man, not Peter Parker, but like it implies that that they still know that he worked for Spider-Man, basically.
Do they reference Spider-Man?
No,
No, they don't. No, they don't explicit. But she says you've worked for a bunch of vigilantes before,
Yeah.
which implies that Spider-Man's one of them.
he would have been a
And-
good
and
name drop there.
And knowing the mechanics of law that they're kind of establishing, I imagine I was always like, well, how can you have that trial exist if Peter Parker isn't there? Like, I imagine they would just all forget. But because they make such a point about the superheroes' identities being concealed in law and like that's okay in the MCU, I imagine that that's what everyone thinks happened. Like he represented Spider-Man, the identity was concealed, just like has been happening before and whatever. So as a Spider-Man fan, I was like, oh, I guess they didn't forget that he represented Spider-Man, basically.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Even though it wasn't explicit, I was reading into it, but it implies.
Yeah.
I will say the opening scene is weird.
It would have made more sense to mention Spider-Man because she says, "Oh, don't you have connections with Daredevil?" And like, he's never represented Daredevil.
He hasn't represented Daredevil.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is weird.
which is a little
That is a
odd.
weird point. She's just like, you know him, and it's
You
like,
know him.
I guess.
She,
I will
she's
say that
actually
scene,
watching him do his Evanescence training session on
That-
the roof.
yeah, that's not canon, Ty. That's the fictional. Although it should be canon. I will say this is kind of the first time. Like I think Thatch said, it kind of did feel a little janky. They do feel like very different scenes, kind of smashed together, and then there's flashbacks in while this is happening too. That felt a little odd. I don't know.
Flashbacks,
I
which
don't
ones?
think so. He
They
thinks
were-
about Hector, and then he thinks about Foggy.
Yeah,
I don't think there was
right.
any jank in that.
it's a little
I
jank.
think he just means
the
from
scenes
like
don't-
from like a like not like a technical jank, but like a narrative. Like obviously they're reminding you. You know what I mean? Which is a little
Right.
like if you're watching a movie, they wouldn't play scenes from a movie again later in the movie. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's
You
been
know?
weeks and it's a show, but also they start with the previous episode, the bank heist. Then they do Hector. Then they do Foggy. Like it's just they're illustrating that he's at the breaking point to get to
Yes, I get
his
it.
costume.
I'm just saying. All I'm saying is that that plus the fact that the Kingpin scene and the Matt scene are mixed together is just a little weird to me. I get what they're going for. I didn't really like the way because they're very different scenes. I know they end similarly with them both leaving, but I don't know. It felt weird to me. And everyone disagrees with me.
I'm somewhere between the two of you. It worked for me, but I could tell that I could tell what they were doing when it was happening. Does that make sense? Like I could tell that they wanted to remind what you said, pushing him to the breaking point. I could tell that there was probably an edit of this where you didn't get that impression, and they went back to be like, well, let's show some footage to sort of emphasize that more. You know.
Here's what I would say, Braden, because they do that to start the episode. They parallel Matt and Kingpin, and then they literally end the episode on that with them both beating the ever-loving shit out of somebody.
I know.
So the entire episode is to illustrate that they're both snapping.
I gotcha. I did not. Okay, I didn't get the impression that he was snapping at the beginning of that episode, but okay. He was with his girlfriend and they were kissing and shit.
But then he's starting like praying to Foggy, like thinking about everything that's going wrong.
Okay. I'm just stupid.
No, you're not stupid. I'm somewhere between the two of you. Like, it worked for me, but I could see the strings operating the machine. Does that make sense? A little bit.
Forget basic things. That's my big problem.
I feel like a lot of this was after the fact. They went back to help make the show better.
That's all I'm saying. I think this was a change. I don't think this was in the original show. I think this was a bit of a homunculus of a couple things.
But I don't think it was bad. It worked for me personally.
Bad.
Right. There's a lot. Yeah, there you go. You've got three shades of opinions here, people. There you go. Take your pick. Yeah.
Let's talk a little.
In the corner.
Let's talk a little bit more about the scene.
Hector's niece, right?
Yeah.
Shows up at Matt's office and gives him a lecture. It calls him a pussy.
Yep.
Although, like, I was like, what do you want him to do? As far as you know, he's literally just a lawyer. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that was a little weird. Like, the lawyers don't care about the little guy.
Help people. Like, what?
It's like, what am I gonna do? Like, she doesn't know I'm a fucking crazy vigilante.
I think she's a kid, so there's
there's logic. We can assume that she doesn't know any better.
She's emotional. She lost her uncle the way she did, and
she wants him to break the system.
Matt was the only person helping out her uncle.
She had to come all the way to his office, get up there, get into his room. Like, there's a lot of points where you'd be like, he's just a lawyer, though.
I think she doesn't have anyone else.
Yeah.
But look at the scenario. And Matt got her uncle off free. He clearly believed in him, and also, was it an argument to help get him out when he brought in all of the people that he saved? Yes, Matt was using that to win the argument. But I don't think she knows that. I think she probably is like, oh, he genuinely really believed in my uncle as a superhero, and like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's kind of where she's a little like...
The logic makes sense. Like, I get it. It is just like, you do question it. Like,
there's like an irrational teenager logic to it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You can also look back at a scene from a few episodes back when Matt is comforting her after Hector passes. So that kind of be her like kind of connection and wanting to go and like she's kind of going through grief, right? Like, oh, this guy comforted me. Yeah, fuck this guy. What the hell?
She's literally the only one who could turn to. You know,
there is a blink and you miss it swordsman cameo.
Yep. There's
there's a vigilante swordsman cameo, and then the actual actor shows up.
So, am I the only one that didn't think Swordsman was actually going to become a vigilante? Because
I did not either, and then I was like, "What? He's a what?"
Well, I remember hearing that he was in season 2 or something, and I was like, "That's weird."
Yeah, and then definitely going to be because they're set up the task force and stuff.
And then they show the BB report, and they say swordsman, but they phrase it in a way that like they say like he's a swordsman or something like that, and I was like, "Is that a reference?"
Yeah, it's like vague.
Yeah,
because that's a dumb superhero name.
And then he shows up in the episode. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, okay.
and he's really there, and I love it because I love that actor. He was great in
He's
Falcon, Hawkeye.
Oh, yeah.
I hope he gets a better.
I hope
vigilante
it's a
look.
real costume, please.
Yeah.
Because he looks like he's got a fucking dish towel over his head in the thing. Like, it looks ridiculous.
It was so quick. I just thought it was like a weird black ninja outfit, and it's so small too.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's in a suit and tie with like a towel or something.
It looks terrible. It's an awful.
He's channeling his inner Zorro there. That's for sure.
And he's moving like, but he's
He is, yeah. Man,
You know,
I really hope we get more of him because I love
Yeah.
love him in
he's great.
Hawkeye.
He's so great.
And then
It's good to see him again.
Fisk goes to a party and he's talking to
billionaire
his
party.
upperclassman, a billionaire, yeah,
Literally.
yeah, a hoity-toity
And they all-
party,
they all
and
fucking
fucking
hated him,
Swordsman's there, and he's like, you
Yeah.
don't want to underestimate these people. They'll tear you down. He's like, is that a threat? He's like, no, it's a warning.
Which is also, yeah.
I actually really like how they show how Fisk cannot wheel and deal with rich people at all. I think that's really cool.
He's
such a
very
weird
disconnected.
Antisocial freak.
Well, he's also just he's so blunt about everything.
Yeah.
Like he's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
this is what I want. You're gonna give it to me, and I'm gonna give you
He is
what.
not like, which is kind of cool that he's not just like, I'm another millionaire, or he's somebody who actually feels different from these people. He feels like completely disconnected. Vanessa
He
would
comes
be
from
someone
a whole different world. Vanessa
Vanessa
would be great with these
Yeah.
people.
No, that's basically what she was when he was gone. Is the impression that I get. And now all these guys are like, "You're a fucking loser. Get out of here, dude."
What are
I
you
wanna
gonna do?
fix the
Smash my head in a car door?
I'll give you an axe. We'll see how well you deal with that.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
And then we get more BB report, and then so Kingpin talks to the chief of police, commissioner, basically Jim Gordon, but not actually. And he says, "I want your most delinquent men in a task force. I'm going to lead." And so he gets them all in a garage, and it's every cop with a Punisher tattoo.
Wasn't expecting this to happen anytime this season, or like maybe at the end.
I was
Wasn't
expecting it like,
this soon.
well, because we know Frank suits up, so I was assuming
That's
Frank
true.
was going to get pissed off when these guys form. So I was expecting like last two episodes.
Okay.
But we don't get a look at what the vests are that they pull out. I assume they're just like Kevlar vests with Punisher logos on them.
And he's like, you will show your faces. You will not hide.
Here's what I'll say.
Perfect for Frank
There's
to put a
behind the
bullet
scenes
in each
photos.
head.
There's behind the scenes photos. They spray paint the logos onto the vests, so they spray paint
okay.
a Punisher logo on them.
So he's
And
just
then in
standing
season
black
2, in season 2, they get a proper like decal badge thing.
Oh,
So-
cool.
This is I love how fast Wilson's like, he's really focused on this port project, but then he's just like, fuck it, we need to build a task
Serial
force.
killer? Hell no.
Yeah, he's like, there's people missing. We must assemble the fucking Punisher fanboys.
Avengers,
people-
assemble!
Yeah.
So yeah, this is. I love me a douchebag task force.
They're
So
dicks.
this will be fun to watch. They're
They
gonna
get
be
that cop.
just
That's
absolute
such an
assholes.
asshole.
Can't
Yeah.
wait to see Frank just mow him down. It's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be great.
it's gonna be brutal.
Oh man, yeah, this is
Based
very
on those
exciting.
set photos, yeah, he's gonna be brutal. I can tell you that
Yeah.
for sure.
It's a very interesting plot line too, like Wilson hunting down vigilantes with his Punisher goons.
Yeah, it's like my
The setup.
my boys, my goons,
My little boys, they make me so
my
proud.
little boy, my little Punisher fanboys.
when they were
who will know
boys.
when you were all boys, did you see vengeance like this?
And
I
then-
genuinely, I love seeing them set up a bunch of vigilantes because you know that they're all going to get affected by this stuff.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that's cool.
It's cool.
Yeah.
They have
more.
a constant. They have a
Yeah,
constant
we
enemy to
definitely
fight.
need more if we're gonna go into season 2.
I'm telling Cloak
Yeah.
and Dagger. Fucking.
But also, we need more villains too, because you can have
Yep.
both vigilantes and villains being hunted down by these people.
Yes.
Let's get it. Let's get going on.
So, next scene is I don't remember what her name is, but Hector's niece goes into the abandoned subway, or kind of abandoned, and we see her walking around, and you hear just like breathing and shuffling in the background, and then cuts, and then Matt is like he's getting really close to calling the. He actually calls the police.
Yep. He does.
And he's like, "Fuck it." But Matt, you can't just call them and not say anything. They're gonna come to your apartment.
Yes.
But then also simultaneously, Kingpin, he's got a fucking axe and he's walking down the stairs.
Yeah, what a shot!
Adam. That was I wasn't sure if it was him at first, just because
his silhouette is very
it seems smaller. But I looked away for a second, so I thought it was like either Muse or Matt walking down the stairs. I didn't get the context at first. But
Matt walks us there with a fucking axe.
I was like, "What's going on?"
Cut Muse's head off.
Well, I don't know. He could have needed it to like break into like an abandoned gate or something. I didn't fucking know.
Matt Murdock with a fucking he just kick it. Knowing him, he'd throw a stick at it and it would open no matter what.
Ricochets 5 times before it breaks the lock.
he'd be like, perfect. I got it. I'm in.
First try.
First try.
So then we get a double beatdown as well. First off, Muse is he's got the girl and he's starting to draw her blood and do his business. The fucking creep.
He's evil. Yeah.
And then he hears something, and he goes out to check his front door.
Yeah, he
and fucking Daredevil jump scares him.
And then he goes like 5 minutes of
literally Five Nights at Freddy's him.
Yeah, it looks like a 5 Nights at Freddy's game a little bit too.
Someone needs to do an edit of that, but it's Matt, and then he goes,
it's like the Wolverine.
Foxy Eddie. Braden, Foxy audio over Matt.
Send me the clip. I'll do it. Sounds
all
good.
right. I'll find it.
Thank you.
It's so good.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then we get a simultaneous beatdown of Kingpin versus Adam, the fight of the season. Yeah. And he gives Adam an axe, and also Matt versus Muse. Not as good.
Well, I'll say, nowhere near as close. Adam never awoke his golden powers like we were hoping for.
Yeah, he didn't go into God mode.
Yeah.
I would have loved if it showed Fisk walking with the axe and he goes, "Don't be rash."
Can we say so? Ash, you said that Vincent D'Onofrio was saying there's a scene that's so violent that he's surprised they left it in. I don't think this is that scene.
Nope.
No,
it's
definitely.
There's no way.
It can't. Yeah, because this was like
this is something about like a practical effect, and so that tells me that there was a body being mushed or something.
Because this was violent, but but they kind of cut. They don't show as much as
gonna be in the Punisher sequence.
Oh, that.
Probably.
And also, Adam's not dead; he's still alive.
Yeah, he's
That's
alive.
right. He is.
I really want him to like fucking invincible like face smush his actual head.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he just gets up and like, I was the king.
We get a great fight between a very professional fighter in Matt and Kingpin versus a very amateur twink fighter of Muse and Adam.
Look, you say he's a twink, but he looked big. He looked beefy to me. I don't know.
Look beefy, man. He's just
He's
white.
outfit.
It accentuates his curves more because he's white.
Yeah, and
He's got a lean like he almost looks like he's a taller gentleman, but like with very leaner proportions.
It's the outfit. It's like the big pants with the thick boots and like the suspenders.
Suspenders.
Yeah, it makes him look like
he does have very broad shoulders, but very thin limbs. You know?
I think that's what I'm thinking of.
He's got some real broad shoulders.
His torso is also very rectangular. There's not a lot of definition to it.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Also, his outfit's like stapled together. It's not actually like sewn together.
It looks fucking cool. Like he
a
looks
fucking Batman villain.
Awesome. He looks really sick. And this fight scene is so cool. Like
it looks like an Arkham Batman villain.
Oh yes. They're blasting music. It's just such a fun scene. It's so cool. And
so I actually think the choreography, the way it was shot and edited, I think this is the best fight scene of the season, in my humble opinion. And the first fight scene, in my opinion, that is on par with the fights in old Daredevil. This is the first time when I was like, okay, this is on par, if not better than some of the fights in old Daredevil. Not all of them, but some of them.
It was pretty great. It was really solid.
Now, there's a lot of character work in the choreography for Muse, because he just feels so like unhinged and like loose, and he doesn't know what he's doing.
Never speaks. My question is, where is he going?
He like, from his perspective,
he's probably going to find a new hideout and kill more people.
This motherfucker came out of nowhere and just started fucking him up. I mean, he is.
That's right. He's like, what has happened? Daredevil's been gone for a year. What?
Yes. Like,
or he's getting up and he fucking flips over and the camera falls.
That was great.
There's a shot where he's gonna stab the girl and he goes like.
He's very over animated, but like in a good way, because you can't tell what he's you can't tell what he's thinking, and he's not speaking either. So you just got to let him go for it.
And it makes sense because like you get the vibe that he's he's never fought before, and he's also an insane person, obviously. So he would be very extreme in how he moves.
Surprisingly strong though. Let's give him some credit. If he's going total, he wasn't
there
really
with Matt. Giving Matt a hard
Matt
time. Let's be honest.
Let's be real. Matt fucking
Matt mops the fucking floor with this guy.
He's not down immediately, so that goes to show he's stronger than an average person.
He's stronger than an average bear.
Isn't he an Inhuman in the fucking comics?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Oh, weird.
That's definitely not a thing.
He's an Inhuman. He has the ability to absorb all sensory information so that you can't track him. Now, I don't know if that's going to be in the show or not. Probably not. But I think it'd be a great if the
just disappear. Maybe
he does. And also, Matt tracks him down not by him, but by following the girl. You know what I mean? So it's not like he was listening to Muse. But if they want to make Muse have the powers again, motherfucker, just say he's a mutant. It'd be super easy to do that.
Also, that makes sense because he just is in a public space. He will just murder women, and no one will see it. Like he'll just be gone. Like how do you?
He kills people. Fun fact, straight out of the comics. That's an exact scene from the comics.
Also, again, he just disappears. Matt looks over and he's gone, and he's like, "What?"
The only difference is that he took their pictures first.
Yeah. I will also say, okay, you say he disappears. I didn't know that. I did not notice that. So he's gone. He disappears. He's out of there.
Yeah, because Matt looks back.
He's
and
out of
it's an empty space.
Okay. I thought I misremembered that. I don't think I saw that because I think I remember. Doesn't he just end the episode of him just sitting on the floor like, oh, like that's what I remember.
That's the last you see of him, and then Matt's helping the girl, and then he looks over his shoulder and he's gone.
Okay. So, and he's definitely talking to the therapist. We know that. Like there's no way that's not him, right?
Yeah. Well, it's the same actor, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't.
Also, they credit the actor in these episodes, even if he doesn't show up in them, but it's because he's Muse, essentially.
Yeah.
I love the idea of that. No one's gonna do this, but I love the idea of an edit where Matt looks and the guy's gone, and then it just cuts to Muse in the railroad going like.
There's not enough footage to do that yet.
Booking.
we need like the
what the fuck, man?
It's the Barry Allen clip where he's running on the green screen going.
He's just PNG Muse's face over it.
Oh god, don't make me do that.
Shit.
Don't make...
That's fucking.
I love Muse, by the way. Muse is great.
He's great.
Very, very
It's a lot of fun so far. He's very creepy.
I always forget. How many episodes are we getting? I always forget.
9.
3 more.
3 more.
3 more. 3 more. Okay, so we've got a Punisher battle episode. We know that's happening.
I would say probably 8 or 9. Yeah.
Yeah, that would probably. I don't know if it's the finale, but it definitely seems like a finale.
It does seem like a finale level thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
The last 2 episodes are totally ground up, new episodes, new story.
Okay.
No old footage. We know that. We also know that Wilson Bethel's returning at some point. They've been teasing that motherfucker.
Oh, I saw that. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
he's actually. I think they put out a mid-season trailer, and he's in it.
They missed. They. I thought there was a fucking post-credit scene I missed or something because everyone was posting this screenshot where he's got his tooth, and I was like,
"Yep,
hold on a second."
It's from.
Hold on. Yeah. Okay.
That is actually, if it's gonna be what it is, it's referencing a direct thing from the comics of how Bullseye escapes prison with using his.
Oh shit!
That's a good season 2 fucking setup. Okay.
That's the coolest shit ever. If he breaks his tooth out and uses it to his way out of prison,
In the comics, they put him in a room and they have him strapped up, and to make sure that he can anything at all that he can turn into.
That's gonna be the best fucking episode.
And that's how he can get.
I mean, you guys. We got Frank murdering his way through a prison. We got Matt fighting his way out of a prison. It's time for Bullseye to get his turn.
Do you think he's gonna get the? Do you think he's gonna get the?
Fuck no! What the
somebody takes a knife like a shiv to his
like
head.
actual,
I'll give you a bullseye.
Wait. On his mask or on his actual forehead?
Does he not have that on his forehead normally?
No.
What? In the comic panel, he does.
Yeah, no.
No, but not in the show.
Are you crazy? Hold on.
No.
In the comic panel, he has it. Bro. No, this is not a gaslight moment. This is a real moment. This is. Hold on.
Brayden doesn't trust me anymore, man. He doesn't know I like
doesn't.
Hellboy and
He
all
doesn't
this
believe
shit.
you anymore. He doesn't even know who you are.
No, I know the scar is from the original movie. I know that's a thing, but I assume that was also a thing in the.
Are you?
I assume
thinking of the
He does not have a tattoo
No.
or any marking on his actual.
He has a
forehead.
scar on his forehead. I thought.
No.
I think
Really?
you might be thinking of the Riddler, because there's a point where the
No.
Riddler's bald and he has a question mark on his forehead.
No. In the
That's
original
real, that's
Daredevil.
real.
Hold on. This is crazy.
I was gonna say the missing tooth's great because that really makes him more. You can't.
Wait, Aiden, you have that figure, yes? Does his alternate head have the scar? Am I crazy?
No, he does in the comics. But
Okay.
I think about in the show. That's what I was understanding.
Well, he's gonna get it. He's gonna get it.
He's
gonna
not
get it.
gonna
He's
get it.
gonna get
That's
it.
why I
Why is
said fuck- That's why I said fuck no. Did you see how bad it looked on Colin Farrell?
Braden's talking about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he's talking about that. I said no.
Of course.
And I thought Brandon said he's gonna
Stupid
either
as
get in the
that.
show or he had it before already. And I'm like, no, no. He's. I hope they know better not to fucking do that because it looks so bad.
Okay. I thought I was under the impression that was something people liked. I guess not. Okay.
Oh god, I don't,
It only works in the comics. I'm sorry.
maybe
You really don't
like
have
big
to-
time Bullseye fans. Sure, yeah.
There it is.
Just keep it on the mask. I have that head. It's great, but
Stupid.
he's gonna keep it on the mask.
That's him when he breaks out. He goes, ah.
Hold on, guys. Over or under 50%, Bullseye digs out that old Daredevil costume he has shoved somewhere and turns it into a Bullseye costume.
That's what I've been wanting for so long. I hope so.
I think everyone's wanted that.
I literally,
Yeah.
I bought a custom head off eBay that was a Daredevil mask with his jaw and then the bullseye in the forehead.
Yeah.
I don't want to just repeatedly ask stupid questions, but I thought Matt got that suit back. Did he not?
Nope.
I don't think so.
No, not the one that Bullseye wore. The one that Bullseye wore, the common misconception, it's not Matt's suit. It was made for Bullseye
It's a
specifically.
weapon.
Oh.
That's
Okay.
the one that Potter made.
Yeah,
Okay, I
Potter
didn't know
was
that. I thought
Potter
it was
was
literally-
blackmailed by Fisk to make Bullseye his own Daredevil suit.
Makes
Matt's
sense.
Daredevil suit from season 2 is all shredded and torn
it was
up and
just destroyed.
probably in a barrel.
And
somewhere.
they have different physiques, so it makes sense they wouldn't fit the exact same. Okay.
And then his costume in the next chronological costume he wears in Echo is a different costume than the one from Daredevil.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
a different.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Makes
It's got a different
sense.
pattern, yeah.
God, I'm such a nerd. Jesus Christ.
Anyways,
It looks, yeah.
I am now really excited to see fucking Bullseye break out of prison. That's fucking.
I didn't know
great.
that. I didn't know you did it with the tooth, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
It
really
is
sick.
great. That's what they're gonna do. It seems like
Some
So
people are gonna be like, "This is too cartoony," but
God,
it's
I
like
hope
that's
so.
fucking.
I'll tell you what, man. Some of the best Bullseye moments are in the Punisher Max comics. Just look up like panels, and I'll tell you, man, there's some of the funniest shit in there because Bullseye is just a wackadoo of a character. So, yeah.
So interesting because he's so fucking. I mean, I know he's crazy in Daredevil season 3, but he starts so charismatic and like so like, and he's just a bad ass. He's a bad apple. He's such a bad apple.
He's still
What
charismatic.
do we think? Do we think
guess
Muse
he
is
does
going
all
to
four
die from the Punisher goons or from the Punisher?
Who?
I don't think Muse is gonna die anytime soon.
I think Muse is in season 2, actually.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
I think so too. I think there's so much more he can do with that character.
Okay, I think another question we should pose is Heather dying this season. Is that happening this season? No.
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Really?
Unfortunately, the Daredevil set photo season 2 are ruining a lot of these.
Okay. Haven't been keeping up. I just saw the suit,
I also-
and that's basically
I
it.
just think in the story progress, I don't really think it fits.
We're not
well.
going to get very many definitive closings at the end of this season. We're going to get a lot of loose ends going into next season. Just remember, it was set up as one 18-episode season, and it was ultimately split in 2, then rehauled.
This is going to be more like a part 2. Okay.
Interesting.
Makes sense.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
By the way,
we can
I
talk
feel
all-
I feel like the Punisher goons have to do something big though to get Frank back in the action.
This exists.
Well, they break in. Well, can I? In the trailer, they break into Matt's apartment. Oh, so there's something going on.
We're going to kidnap.
And then in season 2 set photos, Matt is on the run. So
Yeah, I imagine that's why Karen's got the different hair.
yeah. By the way, we can say this because we've all seen it. We've seen that costume for season 2 with the double D's. Oh my god, guys!
Finally.
Dude.
Finally got his double D's. We've been waiting forever for him to
You
get
got
his
them
double
big old
D's.
titties.
He's got the double D.
You got
Thanks, Ty. Thanks, Ty. That was the most subtle way to say it. I mean, it looks fucking fantastic.
When are we ever subtle?
Never.
It
We
looks
literally
fantastic.
started the episode talking about Ada Wong's tits.
Oh yeah, look at them. They are fucking like crazy. Like it looks like it says WTF in that photo.
What the
The
fuck?
Yeah.
Looks like he's gonna paint his red costume black.
Oh yeah, because it is. It is. You can see the paint coming off. Yeah, interesting.
That looks cool.
So he intentionally painted fucking double D's on his costume.
Someone did. We're not saying he did.
I don't think he did.
Well, how the hell
What
are you
if?
gonna
What
do
if
it?
it's Frank? Frank loves spray paint.
What if it's foggy?
He does.
I could totally see Frank painting up his costume.
Yeah, you're red. I'll give you your own palette.
You're not red no more. You're black.
Red,
now.
if,
He's like,
we're gonna be
"You can't
teaming
call
up, you gotta get in line with my color scheme.
He's like, you can't call me that, Frank. You just can't call me that.
Frank, no, stop, Frank. I hate the smell of spray paint. Frank, stop.
Frank,
He starts calling him black. He goes, "Hey, you're looking good, black." And Matt's like, "Oh,
you can't say that, Frank. You look black. And he's like, oh, stop. It's very problematic.
He's like, look, I got canceled a long time ago.
Candy ass pussy bitch. Fuck off.
Oh man. Yeah,
Brain just wants
this
it.
looks so good. I can't
What?
because I mean it's such easy reuse of the figure. We're gonna get one absolutely.
but it looks dope."
Shit,
I
so
actually,
good,
really
so
solid.
good.
this is now my second favorite Daredevil costume that he's worn.
He looks great in it. He's also more like shaven too, so he doesn't look as what's it called?
No,
Prickly?
he's got the exact same level of prickle. What are you talking about?
No, it's a little lighter. You
Look
can
at
tell.
that beard, my guy. No, it's not.
He's got a lot
Look
of.
at
He's
the
got a
one of
lot
him
of beard.
standing straight up and down. He's got tons of
Who
beard.
gives a fuck?
Not as much beard.
You're
How much
crazy,
at 5
man.
o'clock? Is he a 6 o'clock or a 4
You
o'clock?
can literally
Yeah.
see the hairs on his chin. Like you can see
Yeah,
it
well, he's
reflecting the light.
he's way more pretty.
It's like a Billy Goat Gruff.
It's crazy how wrong you are, Ty. That's insane.
It's crazy. You're wrong.
Prickly back. I've seen the shot of Matt smiling at that goddamn chicken sandwich enough to know he's a prickly looking bastard. Okay,
Okay,
F
buddy.
you.
whatever
We're
you
done
say.
talking. I'm
Whatever
right.
you say.
You're wrong.
Whatever you
Spider-Man?
say, clown.
Spider-Man, flip off the camera, please.
Oh my god. Daredevil's face there.
Aiden, I'm gonna be real with you. I thought that was his penis for a second.
It is.
That's a perfect way to end it. Do we have any more thoughts? Or are we good?
I think we're done.
All right. We love you guys. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Mazel tov.